Carnival this year really starting to build some momentum.
Yeah, it is, Greg. Once we get to Ashburton and then on to Kaikoura, it's all going. Around the stables and everyone's getting on toes. So it's definitely that time of year. The weather's good, so we're really looking forward to it.
Obviously, the key race for you is the Dominion on Show Day with your terrific trotter and Master Lavros, previous winner of the race. How's he come through his preparation thus far, and what's he like going towards Kaikoura Monday?
Yeah, we're pretty happy with him, Greg. It's kind of gone to plan, and we were going to trial on Wednesday, but we thought he didn't need it. So we'll go to Kaikoura and have a decent hit out like we did 2 years ago and follow the same path. And he seems good, and he's trotting probably the best he has. So provided he does things right at Kaikoura, we'll be more than happy.
Bit of depth this year, isn't there?
Yeah, it's good. Probably the trotters are the best races this year with the depth and stents there, and they're a great bunch of trotters. So you've got to respect the whole field, and as I said, if I do things right, I'll be happy.
Louis Finn tonight gets into this race quite nicely, I thought, and should be a very competitive runner here.
Yeah, it's a good race, a condition race, but a good even field, and Media Queen's been trialling good, and he's got enough, Louis Finn, if he gets the right run, but so probably half a dozen others, but he's a definite each way chance.
What about a newcomer to your barn in Northern Velocity, like the way she trialled recently?
Yeah, she was good, and you always worry about getting one off the Perd and Rasmussen team, you're not going to improve it, but with natural improvement, she's a big filly, and she filled out nice, so small field makes it hard, but she got good gate speed, and the trial was nice, and she has come on from that, so it wasn't really a plan to be here, but with 4 horse in it, you've got to have a go. Yeah,
certainly for the stake level that's there. Parissa, aided by an absolute gem of a drive from Craig Ferguson last time. You'll be using him a bit in the future.
Yeah, he's a great wee driver, Craig, and probably a leading junior, and he drove it perfect, so it's a step up in grade for her, and she might find it a wee bit tough, but she's drawn good. If they go hard, she'll be thereabouts.
And the last of your chances, fair dinkum Bromack, not only will he be here, of course, but we'll spot him at Kaikoura as well.
Yeah, he goes around every week, but it's Laura Mackay's first drive, so,
$1,000 guaranteed pick 6. Set down for a start at 5 minutes past 8 tonight, 5 minutes past 8, and featuring Shandale, Motown and Art Form. Should be a good contest. Inside 5 minutes away from this, the third at Addington. Greg O'Connor, as we come back to you. This one, the Phil Burrows owns a Chevron quality car pace, and Media Queen, I thought, just short enough at the $2 quote.
Yeah, I think so, Matthew. Look, Fresh Sharp has trialled. We'll talk about those in a moment. I know you were keen on Louis Finn, and we're about to hear from Louis Finn's trainer in Mark Jones as these runners complete their preliminaries, smallish type of field. I don't mind leading the way from a trifecta point of view too, maybe a first 4 chance. Of course, Kerry Hadfield, the trainer driver there. But opportunity tonight to get out and about through the stables. We'll come out onto the track and going to catch up with Mark Jones now. And Jonesy, a bit of a calm before the storm, if you like. Looking forward to Kaikoura on Monday. But the Cup Carnival this year really starting to build some momentum.
Yeah, it is, Greg. Once we get to Ashburton and then on to Kaikoura, it's all going. Around the stables and everyone's getting on toes. So it's definitely that time of year. The weather's good, so we're really looking forward to it.
Obviously, the key race for you is the Dominion on Show Day with your terrific trotter and Master Lavros, previous winner of the race. How's he come through his preparation thus far, and what's he like going towards Kaikoura Monday?
Yeah, we're pretty happy with him, Greg. It's kind of gone to plan, and we were going to trial on Wednesday, but we thought he didn't need it. So we'll go to Kaikoura and have a decent hit out like we did 2 years ago and follow the same path. And he seems good, and he's trotting probably the best he has. So provided he does things right at Kaikoura, we'll be more than happy.
Bit of depth this year, isn't there?
Yeah, it's good. Probably the trotters are the best races this year with the depth and stents there, and they're a great bunch of trotters. So you've got to respect the whole field, and as I said, if I do things right, I'll be happy.
Louis Finn tonight gets into this race quite nicely, I thought, and should be a very competitive runner here.
Yeah, it's a good race, a condition race, but a good even field, and Media Queen's been trialling good, and he's got enough, Louis Finn, if he gets the right run, but so probably half a dozen others, but he's a definite each way chance.
What about a newcomer to your barn in Northern Velocity, like the way she trialled recently?
Yeah, she was good, and you always worry about getting one off the Perd and Rasmussen team, you're not going to improve it, but with natural improvement, she's a big filly, and she filled out nice, so small field makes it hard, but she got good gate speed, and the trial was nice, and she has come on from that, so it wasn't really a plan to be here, but with 4 horse in it, you've got to have a go. Yeah,
certainly for the stake level that's there. Parissa, aided by an absolute gem of a drive from Craig Ferguson last time. You'll be using him a bit in the future.
Yeah, he's a great wee driver, Craig, and probably a leading junior, and he drove it perfect, so it's a step up in grade for her, and she might find it a wee bit tough, but she's drawn good. If they go hard, she'll be thereabouts.
And the last of your chances, fair dinkum Bromack, not only will he be here, of course, but we'll spot him at Kaikoura as well.
Yeah, he goes around every week, but it's Laura Mackay's first drive, so he's been around more times than me, the horse, so should get around safe and be a good enjoyment for her.
What about over the next few days? Because of course you've got a team in at Riverton as well, and Kaikoura. Is the one that you'd say is the best chance for your stable for the punters to get involved in?
Yeah, probably worry, Greg. I thought I got a nice team over the weekend and probably won't win a race, but probably lean towards Dynamic Party on Monday. He's been trialling quite good. He's a new addition, so he's probably the best of the weekend.
All right, really appreciate your time as always. Good luck over the next 3 or 4 days.
Thanks, Greg. Cheers.
There he is, Mark Jones, and the trainer, of course, of Louis Finn, to be driven once again tonight by Blair Orange, who has tasted success here in race number 2 already with Hey Yo. We're 90 seconds out. Inside that, in fact, from a start in the Phil Burrows owns a Chevron quality car. Media Queen, yes, the trials have been good and did finish a couple of lengths off Northern Velocity in one of those workouts recently. Has the barrier draw, plenty of breeding. Don't know that she's over the line though. Pretty short on at this stage, Media Queen, just over flip of the coin. Bank Raider's been doing a good job. Romanite's better than its recent form, and leading the way is second up here, but one of its trials are behind Takawa, and it was only a couple of lengths behind that at Motukarara earlier in the month. And yeah, I don't mind it as a rough place chance in this. As we come up to you, Mark McNamara, for race number 3. Most are around runners 2 and 3 here.
They are indeed, Greg, and this race over the 2,600 with Media Queen fresh, going off the stand for the 5th time. She's got a pretty sound record off the stand, done everything but win. 4 starts for 3 minor placings. Louis Finn at 440. Bank Raider's been good since joining Leo O'Reilly. Romanite's better than its recent form, and leading the way at $14 and $2.80. Don't think it's the worst in this race. It'll get back. Just couldn't quite make ground up at Rangiora in 6th behind Don Pierre last time. Was only beaten 5 1/4. The right run, you'd give leading the way some chance of getting some coin here. This is a race number 3. They're at the start. Louis Finn, also Stony Air, Media Queen. Leading the way, Romanite, Bank Raider, Billy Klondike and Franco Sanchez. 3rd race. Mention the Cup. There's the 2015 Show Day Races Package 2 in spectators for $25 per person. Go to addington.co.nz. Fortunately for Cup Day, that's all full, but you can get in there on Show Day for $25. Good value. Racing now. Louis Finn gallop from the 3, but is pacing now. Media Queen's off stride 2 and is just going to gallop herself back into a pace eventually. Everybody's down and safely away enough now, and Stony Air will bring them down to the winning post. Media Queen, she's picked up and hit the hobbles quickly now and goes up within a length and a half of the leader. Bank Raider 3rd, Louis Finn 4th, and 2 to Franco Sanchez. Romanite's on the inside of leading the way, and Billy Klondike's a length away last. It's Stony Air leading with 11 3/4 to go. Second is Media Queen, and 2 lengths away 3rd, Bank Raider, Louis Finn 4th. 2 to Franco Sanchez, a length and a half Romanite from the grey Billy Klondike. And leading the way is a length and a half away last. Media Queen takes over now, and they go back to single file at the 2,000 metre mark. And she's out by 2 lengths with Dexter Dunn. Second, Stony Air for Bob Butt, and 2 1/2 Bank Raider and Leo O'Reilly. 2 lengths to Louis Finn and Blair Orange, and 2 lengths to Franco Sanchez for Terry McMillan. Romanite and Ricky Mayer's next, and Billy Klondike trails that pacer for Craig Ferguson. And a length and a half to leading the way in Kerry Hadfield, who whips them in, and be a good 10 to 12 lengths off the speed. Race favourite Media Queen comes off the back at the 1,700 and leads a length and a half Stony Air. 3 away 3rd, Bank Raider, Louis Finn 4th, 2 to Franco Sanchez, the big fella. A length and a half Romanite, and then came Billy Klondike, and leading the way is a length and a half away last. Still single file as Media Queen runs by the 1,400 metre corner, and the lead time is 1:19.6, and it's Media Queen by a length and a half. Second, Stony Air, 3rd, Bank Raider, 4th, Louis Finn. Next is Franco Sanchez. Romanite pops away from the inside, and Billy Klondike follows him forward, and leading the way is last. Phil Burrows, he's one of many that owns a Chevron quality car, and the 3rd race is named after he. They've got a round to go, and Dexter just surmising things on the big screen to see who's moving. Beats a strain of the neck over the right shoulder. If it's there, use it. Media Queen leads with the 1st quarter in 32. Second now is Bank Raider going up to pocket. Stony Air and Louis Finn to the 1-1. 3 back the inside, Franco Sanchez from Romanite around leading the way, and Billy Klondike's a length away last, 900 to go, and it's Media Queen showing the way. She grabbed control of the lead a lap ago, and she's out by a length and a quarter, Bank Raider. Stony Air follows the speed third. Louis Finn fourth. Franco Sanchez 50 inside from Romanite. Leading the way, fullback the Pigs, and Billy Klondike's a length away last. It's Media Queen doing it well, 6.50 to go. Second quarter, 30.9. She paced to 62.9 and leads a length and a quarter. Bank Raider second. Stony Air under lock and key, waiting for the Terratella at Pineleaf Farm passing lane. Fourth, Louis Finn, then Franco Sanchez. Romanite leading the way, and Billy Klondike. Media Queen, 400 metres to go. Half a length on Bank Raider, and they quicken right up. Stony Air third, Louis Finn fourth, and then came Romanite peeling three, now four wide as Louis Finn's out in front of him. Third quarter, 28.5. Media Queen, a length and a half. Bank Raider. Louis Finn three up, Romanite four out. Media Queen leads. Louis Finn's a length away and closing quickly. Louis Finn went up to Media Queen. Romanite's half a length away. Franco Sanchez late too, but Louis Finn will win it. Louis Finn has beaten Romanite and Franco Sanchez. Media Queen fourth, then Bank Raider. Leading the way, Billy Klondike, and Stony Air is the last one in. 3 Louis Finn, Blair Orange, $5.20 and $1.80. Romanite, the 6 at $1.60, and Franco Sanchez, the outsider, at $8. The winner by Grin from ear to ear, Blair Orange and Mark Jones. Raced 1-1 for the last lap and a bit. Romanite, the outside will run second. Last quarter's 28.1. It's a slick last half. 159.5 for the last mile. Romanite will run second. Franco Sanchez, despite his size, won't quite do enough to get into the second placing there. I could be wrong, Greg. I think Terry McMillan added spreaders on the big fella tonight for the first time this prep. I could be wrong without looking closely through what he's done previously. If that's the case, they worked the oracle with the big horse because he's run some good races in his career, as has the winner in just a short career, now 2 from 11.
Yeah, Louis Finn, the Grin for me to wear 4-year-old. Mark Jones, Blair Orange. Blair grabs a double, having, of course, won race number 2 with Hayo. And 1-1, Bank Raider setting it up, sitting alongside Media Queen. She was a little bit vulnerable coming off the back, and she's battled up the straight. But Louis Finn, owned by Wayne Higgs, PW George and G Smith, win 2, start number 11. Mark Jones, win number 10 for the season already from around about 60 starters. So certainly the strike rate is there. Judges call, and then we've got to head to the park.
And third for Franco Sanchez. Fourth has gone to 2 Media Queen from 5 Bank Raider and 7 leading the way. 3, 6, 4, 2, 5, 7. The margins 3/4 of a length. Half ahead, 1 length, 3 lengths. The winner's time was 3:19.4, a mile rate of 2:03.4. Last 856.2, the 427.9.
So there was a judge's call on the third at Addington Raceway. Our first at Alexandra Park's only 3.5 minutes away. It is the Textile Products handicap pace. Class ran faster paces over the 2,700 metres. Just a small field, and we've got a late scratching here in number 8, Volunteer. So just the 7 runners. But as you'll see, it's a pretty even market here with 4 runners under $6 on the tote. Favourite is number 2, The Faithful. Zach Butcher takes the drive. This one for Barry Purdon. I caught up with him earlier in the night, and this is what he had to say about the son of Bettor's Delight. Zach, you got a good book of drives tonight. First race, The Faithful, the winner of its last 2 starts, but standing start first time, and this is probably a bit of a step up in grade.
Wee bit of a step up in grade. I think he is up to it. He's going to have to do things right, which we're hoping he will. He's a pretty sensible horse in that sense. So if he steps away handy enough and ends up with them, he's going to be right there. But as you said, it is a wee bit of a step up in the field.
Is it a case he's just mentally grown up in the last 2 or 3 months because he was stuck in that C1 grade for a while, and now he's struggling a couple of wins together?
Yeah, he's racing really well, and as you said, a little bit of time, it always helps him. He always raced the best ones last year. He's in all the big races, which may have taken a wee bit out of him, but he's a happy horse at the moment, and he's doing everything 110%, so you can't ask much more from him.
What he's doing is giving the Auckland Trotting Club 2014 syndicate a massive thrill. He's won his last 3. I don't think he stopped his winning sequence just yet. In saying that, standing start first time is a little bit of a concern, and it is a handy field, probably the best field that he's met in his last 4 starts. I got him in to run second. I put one here I thought was a little bit of value. I'll come to that very shortly. We'll get that result at Addington race number 3. Louis Finn, 521.80. Romanite, 160. Franco Sanchez, $8. Cornella, 3 and 6, 16.60. Trifecta, 3, 6 and 4. 582.80. First four numbers 3, 6, 4 and 2, $4,665.50. Early treble there tonight, 1, 5 and 3, $360.10. Louis Finn, trained by Mark Jones, gets the money in race 3 at Addington tonight. Race 1 at Auckland. Yeah, I put a number 6, Master Charlie, on top. It was $7.50 yesterday when the bookmakers opened the odds about 6 p.m. He's into around about a $4 quote at the moment, $5 on the book, $4.90 on the tote. He put a line through his last run. He's actually travelling really nicely coming around the last bend, and Volunteer galloped immediately in front of him, and he got the backwash of that. Prior to that, put up a super run fresh up at Cambridge behind Stars and Sound off a 30-metre handicap. What he's got is good standing start manners, and he's the only horse off 10 metres tonight. I thought he's pretty well placed. I gave him a cracking each-way chance. So 6 Master Charlie on top for me, the value in race number 1. To beat 2, the Faithful, chasing 4 in a row. Very good sit and sprint type. He loves getting an economical trip and one run at them, and he's had that run in his last 2 starts. Follows a hot speed. So runner number 2, the Faithful. 3 River Polka's chasing that $10,000 bonus tonight if she can win. 9 wins at Alexandra Park so far. If she can get her 10th one here, all 10 wins at the park, she'll get a $10,000 bonus. She hasn't had much luck this mare, and with Tony back on board tonight, cracking chance, runner number 3, River Polka. Best of the rest with the scratching of Voluntard, God forbid. Very good last start. Got a nice run in the 1-1, beating Charleston Ballon in career best form for Wayne Anstis. 6, 2, 3 and 7 in race number 1. Good field this. Aaron, why does that come to you? Back from Manawatu last night. In the first, your numbers 3, 7, 2 and 4.
Yeah, going with River Polka off the front tape tonight. I think she'll take a power of beating, running home nicely last Thursday night in behind God Forbid. She will be very, very hard to beat off the front. Tony Hurley tonight, as you mentioned, running for that ultimate bonus here as well. 7, God Forbid, very good last week, I thought, in winning, chasing down Charleston Bell in the home straight. Jay Abernathy for Wayne Anstis. She's a 12-win mare, of course, and only 20 metres behind. 2, the Faithful, he's gunning for 4 straight victories. No reason why he can't do it. $3.50 and $1.50. Zach Butcher to drive. And First Home, I thought, did a very good job last week after an early mistake. He ran home quite nicely in behind God Forbid, beaten under a length. He's a bit of value at 13 and $2.50. Still 3 place dividends, of course, with the late scratching of Voluntad. 3, 7, 2, 4 to open the first treble.
Thanks, Aaron. Just hearing through from James at the racing.
Their respective barrier strands now for this, the first. The Textile Products Handicap Pace, 2,700 metres. And the barrier strands released. Culinary Delight stood there. The Faithful wasn't the best away, and River Polka's canned off the mark. First Home safely on the journey tonight. He'll be the early leader over the tracker. There's 6 lengths then to Master Charlie, with River Polka hitting her hopples to his inside. 2 lengths then to the Faithful, God Forbid second last, and Culinary Delight, after being tardy off the front tape, will be the last as they sweep across the showgrounds turn their first occasion. First Home, the son of Better's Delight. Scotty Phelan doing the driving, leading by 2 over the tracker, gets a lovely drag along in the trail as he did last week. 3 lengths away in the field then to River Polka. She's running for that ultimate bonus tonight. The Iceman Tony Hurley has her settled in third with Master Charlie on her back. Then came the Faithful. Second last is last week's nice winner God Forbidden Jay Abernathy, and Culinary Delight Morris McHenry is back last. Judge and 2 circuits left to go, and First Home onto the stables corner. First occasion over the tracker, and 3 back on the inside River Polka. Then came Master Charlie and David Butcher. Back third last is the Faithful and Zach Butcher. Second last is God Forbid and Culinary Delight. Still last as they run in Indian File, and they pace up into the back. 17.50 to run in the Textile Products Pace. And First Home making every post a winner in front, and out by 2 lengths over the tracker. Similar margin River Polka third. No changes in the race. Then Master Charlie the Faithful. So run to the lead time 1:28.2, so a very comfortable lead. God Forbid second last as Master Charlie breaks the Indian formation now, comes out to sit out Park. The Faithful into the 1-1. God Forbid on the back of the Faithful as they sweep across the showgrounds turn, and Culinary Delight is still back last. So coming on to the lane And first home from Master Charlie, sitting second and parked, and the tracker getting that lovely run in the trail for the Wizard Todd Mitchell. And now in the 1-1 is the Faithful. River Polka's trapped away 3 back on the inside of God Forbid, and Culinary Delight 30 and 6 the opening quarter. Master Charlie putting it to first home, who Scotty's reining up on the inside to try and hold the markers with a circuit to go. They work the stables corner. Now there's a bit of speed in the race. The tracker and the Faithful the next pair. River Polka the inside of God Forbid, and Culinary Delight. First home held the lead from Master Charlie. They pace out to the 800 metre mark. The second quarter will be good. It is 28 and 2. The tracker, he's had that nice drag along in the trail with the Faithful, getting a lovely drag in the 1-1 hurler. He's come away from the markers there with River Polka. God Forbid's on her back, and Culinary Delight back on the inside. 600 left to go. First home to the end of the back straight over Master Charlie. The tracker will wait the passing lane. The Faithful's had a nice trail in the 1-1. River Polka will wait for the moves from him, and they're followed then by God Forbid. Culinary Delight back straight quarter 27.6. First home Master Charlie. Here's River Polka getting around the Faithful now. The tracker waits the passing lane. Then came God's Delight homeward bound, and first home will line them up over the Faithful. River Polka down the outside. God Forbid's going to be drawn the widest. The Faithful goes to the lead. River Polka comes strongly now. Here's River Polka going after the Faithful, and tonight's her night to get the ultimate bonus. 10 wins at Alexandra Park. River Polka nicely in the first over the Faithful. Culinary Delight, a nice run first time in this grade. She'll get third from God Forbid. They were followed then by first home and Master Charlie, 324.2 and 57 the half. 28.5 was that final quarter. River Polka, the American Ideal mare, out of Isle of Innisfree for the Flemings. Tony Herlihy, the Iceman, and the ultimate bonus gets struck here tonight. $10,000 bonus to the owners with her first 10 victories coming here at Alexandra Park. The Faithful, nice run second. Culinary Delight's done a good job to sneak through on the inside, and a photo for third with God Forbid. I'd say she might just get that over God Forbid, and then came the tracker and the Textile Products handicap pace.
Official placings, race 1, the Textile Products handicap pace. 321.754. 321.754. Horse 3, River Polka, paced the 2,700 metres from a stand in 324.19. Mile rate of 21.7. Last 857.1, the 429.5. The margins 1 1/4 lengths, 1 3/4 lengths and O's. 321.754, race 1, Textile Products handicap pace.
Judge Graham McLennan calls home River Polka to open the night, and she grabs her ultimate bonus. Congratulations to all involved. A $10,000 bonus for the first 10 races in her career, all won here at Alexandra Park. A race by the Flemings, PB, NJ, TP and breeder BJ. Tony Herlihy, the trainer-driver out of Papakura. Tony, the Woodland stud and Mitavite sponsored the driver. The Mitavite black bike back into the victory circle in race 1 after the Textile Products handicap pace. Bob Wallace down there for Textile Products. David Turner, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, also in attendance. River Polka by Woodland stud sire. American Ideal, a 6-year-old bay mare out of Isle of Innisfree. and that is career win 10 at start 43 for her tonight. 2, The Faithful, Better's Delight, running on Faith Brown, 4-year-old gelding for the Auckland Trotting Club 2014 Syndicate. Barry Purdon trained at Clevedon, and Zach Butcher in Culinary Delight. Tidy run for 3rd, Lismara Bay, 5-year-old mare at a Culinary Affair. PJ Forrest, JW Forrest, RW Forrest, the owners. Robert Dunn trained at Woodend Beach, and Morris McKendry. 3, River Polka, $2.80 and $1.20, 281.20. 2, The Faithful at $1.50, 1.50. 1, Culinary Delight, $3.10, 3.10. Quinella, $3.30, 3.30. A trifecta, $34.50, 34.50. And the first 4, $86.10, 86.10. Connie Trewern, 102nd birthday mobile pace, 2,200 metres to open our first quaddie on the programme, and it will also open the first of our doubles, and we scratch just number 8, Kusima, out of race number 2. We welcome Connie on track tonight as well. Very happy birthday to you, Connie, and your race gets underway at 5 minutes after 7.
Work in progress for Carpie, and coming up to Class 2, his toughest race, but I think he's up for it. He's run a 17.85 and will need to probably improve on that sort of time, but good enough to mix it up for sure. Serve Your Purpose gets the inside draw, yet to win from box 1, Serve Your Purpose, but has done a good job in the red rug in the past, 3 placings out of 4, and another one that's on the verge of a downgrade here too, but Serve Your Purpose, but gets the draw, and a very strong dog in the mid stages of the race. Showing Baby here for Andy DeGanzich, fresh up, hasn't raced for a month, and she's another one that has promised her so much, and she's ended up with $13,000. She's had her problems, and I think the DeGanzich team will be happy with her overall career performance, and she's not done with yet. She's got a chance here too, Showing Baby. She's in a fresh state, and you just never know what she can do out there. She's more than capable. She's got a bit of class, even though she's been around for 81 odd starts. She's just got a little bit of class on some of these if she's right. There's a lock away for the Keenan Concrete Class 2 sprint. The favourite in a fairly open market is the 4, Far Too Trendy, at around $4.50, $4.40, so an open field. The Lewis Ascent on its way here for the 6. Ready. And racing into flying out there mid-track is a Far Too Trendy, even wider here on the track to Nick Century, and there goes Serve Your Purpose driving up on the inside, trying to get around the outside. Showing Baby tracking into it also there. We've got Carpie back in the field too, but Gully Flaherty's got back along there with Homebush Bounce and Winfield Autumn. Up they come out wide. Nick Century will get this okay from Carpie on the inside. Gee, great line up here for 3rd. They were coming from everywhere, possibly the inside. Serve Your Purpose, Far Too Trendy was right there, and it jammed up between them. Showing Baby was looking for racing room coming down the straight, and towards the back of the field Homebush Bounce was also back, and the other one there that we had there at the back in the last 2 or 3 was Winfield Autumn. Gully Flaherty just up ahead of that. Out wide the 6, Nick Century, recent downgrader, a lot better on this track, isn't she? Gets the win, the 6 over the 7. Gee, great line up there for that 4th placing or 3rd placing. Number 1 will get 3rd, Serve Your Purpose, and just on that you'd go to Showing Baby for that 3rd. Yes, it has, it's just nosed out the 4, Far Too Trendy, so it will be 6, 7, 1 and 3 in a time of 17.86. The sectional 6.98, and 10.88. The run home. 6 Nickers Entry for Arnie Clark has won by a length, by 6 and a head. Start 55, win number 8, and it's win number 6 around hat-trick on the recent downgrade, and she's got the job done well here for Arnie. At a good price at 2 in what was a fairly open betting market. The 7 Car Pie, his first run up in Class 2, Wendy Kite will be happy with that performance. And Serve Your Purpose off the inside will grab that third. So there it is, 6, 7, 1, 3, 17.86. Race 7 will get the place 6 underway. We'll take a break here on TAB Trackside 1 as our Friday night racing continues.
Hi, Miles Gaisley, Volkswagen dealer. Buy the new Golf 790 kilowatt DSG automatic and receive a free G-Spec upgrade of 18-inch alloys and privacy glass valued at $3,000. Only at Gaisley Volkswagen, Gaisley.com.
Pegasus Spur, Trotting's Mr. Consistent, multiple Group 1 winning stallion, sire of Speeding Spur in 2015, 3 Derby wins.
Speeding Spur leads, a length and a half, Prince Fearless and a bit the Ivy from Monbay. Speeding Spur though for the North Island is out by 2 lengths in the Empires New Zealand. Trotting Derby and there's home. Speeding Spur won it, beat Prince Fearless and a bit the Ivy. Monbay 4th, then Sky Commander.
Pegasus Spur, standing at Woodland Stud. When New Zealand's leading studs and stables want scientifically formulated nutrition for their horses, they use Pella Mountain's range of equine supplements. Free phone 0800 848 276. Pella Mountains, providing premium equine nutrition.
Welcome back into Addington Raceway as we count down to a start in race 4. Who's sponsoring this one? Dexter Dunn. Yeah, but he's bought a few cars over the years off Graham Byrne, and runners are on the track. Alta Las Vegas is the favourite, deserves to be. A horse good enough, of course, to place in the Sapling Stakes back in February behind Chase the Dream. Win the Sapling Stakes? I think I did. Anyway, finished second in that. And of course, 2 runs back this time in. Second behind Wanna Bet. Good run, did some work on that occasion. And then behind Lazarus last week in the final Sire Stakes heat. Probably good enough to make it into the final. We'll find out next week, won't we, with the fields out for the big day. Nick Time, liked her on an each-way basis. Terry and Glenys Schmiel, really good run here last week behind Mackenzie. That was first up. 4th in the Jewels behind Dream About Me. Gate Speed, although there's a fair bit here. Sparkling Delight has a bit of speed too. Janron's likely to hike out, and we've seen Mr. Woodley come off the gate too. So it'll be hot early in this one. Let's hear from Gerard O'Reilly, not only about his 2 chances here tonight, but about his cup drive as well. Gerard, before we get on to your chances tonight, you've had a bit of time to reflect on the way Tiger Tara's prepared for the Cup, and I guess the smile's still there.
Yeah, no, he's gone fantastic. We probably did burn a bit early, but that's the way it goes. But no, he's gone super. I think he's bounced back pretty good by the look of it, and I think we're going to miss the Cup trial, so straight to the Cup.
Yeah. Frontline draw, he's going to be in the fight all of the way, and being by Better's Delight, he's going to love that.
Yeah, and he loved the distance, and he's done it last year and went real fast, so they do it again today, he shouldn't be far away.
Right, he's excited about that, as I'm sure you are about Sparkling Delight, who resumes in race number 4. Showed us plenty at 2.
Yeah, he's a lovely horse, probably just a notch below the real good ones, and I thought he might have measured up a bit better, but that's wasn't quite good enough, so we went to the Jewels, and he's probably a few weeks too long, but he's had a good break, and he's come back nice and looks good. So,
couple of workouts, what have you made of those? Because on paper they look pretty good.
The first one was just at Meffin and a standing start, and he went lovely and ran up the straight really good. Then we took him to Ashburton, and he led up out of the gate and went about tick under 3.3 and home in 55 something, which is the norm around there. But he did it really nicely, and he's come on good since then.
Right, he's come up with barrier 3. What are you sort of anticipating off the gate tonight?
Oh, we'll just go out with him, and Terry might want to lead, I'm not too sure, and Jimmy's out wide outside us, and he's one goes right too. So yeah, it just depends, and we'll just see what happens.
Right, looks a pretty nice sort of a horse for upcoming assignments. Carrick Mannon, of course, won at Rangiora, and what have you made of it since? Because I thought it wasn't bad behind Eva Safe Nelly on Monday.
She was good. The start before that at Meffin, she got a flat tire at the 1,000 and wrapped around the wheel, so that was the line for that. And Ashburton was a really good run. We're still last at the 600, and she's made good ground the last 100 metres, so really wrapped there. Yeah,
look, has she just strengthened up? Has that been the main basis behind her seeming a lot more solid this time in?
Yeah, for sure. She's a Liz Mara, and she's always looked like a camel, and she's starting to fill out, so we just got to wait for her. But no, she's going good, and with 2 horses out there, they like to go along a bit to suit the ground. If we're trail 3 back, that'd be great.
Jared O'Reilly talking through the couple he trains and drives tonight. He does have a drive in the last race that probably needs to lift, it's be fair to say, and the form of Miss Judgeford, but those 2 chances of his both have a part to play. Of course, Sparkling Delight won a 2-year-old race here last season, and I think he's a colt you can follow, as Jared said. Not quite up to the classic status, but the way he's trialled this time in, he was in behind McGugan at the trials, and then he won, of course, at Ashburton in those times that Jared mentioned. Janron was behind G.I. Joe at Ashburton on Monday and actually ran on really nicely. There's a good barrier draw to operate from here, and did lead at Methven off the 1, so could be pretty hot early. And of course, Alta Las Vegas, well, he's the class horse of the race, there's no doubt about that at all. Just how easily he slides through from the back row for John Dunn. They went better than 155 in that Sapling Stakes when he was second, so he is quality, and Robert Dunn looking for another win, having taken out the first with Music. And John, with those limited drives tonight, he'll be looking to bank 6 in the bank, if you like, in the Stonewall Stud Drivers Challenge, as his Blair Orange thus far. Up to you, Mark McNamara, for your thoughts around this. I thought this could be a really good form race. Il Divo we haven't talked about. Dexter and Crane combined did get an economical trip last time, but it's possibly not going to be the case from the outside of the gate tonight.
No, tricky draw 9. Greg and Crane also has Compressor in Robbie Holmes with the drive on the 10 horse. He's got the black cap on Robbie, and Dexter wears the white cap on Il Divo. Compressor a first starter by Better's Delight out of Cullen's Creation. Should get a nice run behind the speed, just a matter of where it's going to end up, because Fierce Falcon looks like it'll probably get crossed at the start with the gate speed drawn around it. Neck Time, actually, I thought she was very good last week, 7:50 and 2:30. In the end, Mackenzie was able to run over the top of her. They ran home in 56.3, mile rate of 1:58, and Neck Time set up the speed. So just a matter of what sort of lead she'll get tonight, because there's speed all around. 12 runners, 2 in for Robert Dunn, 2. Matt Purvis, the red cap on Dancing in the Dark, and John Dunn wears the white cap on Alta Las Vegas. General on the 4, coming off a 7th behind G.I. Joe. Whistle is sounded for race number 4. Dexter Dunn owns a Chevron quality car, Mobile Pace. And he'll be the first onto the gate. Dexter, don't know if he listens to Il Divo in the Chevron quality car or not. Celeste Larden comes up, Pay Me Way, Ashes to Wings, Mr. Woodley. Janron, Sparkling Delight, Neck Time, and Fierce Falcon. 3 off the back row, Compressor, Dancing in the Dark, and Alta Las Vegas.
They're all coming now.
It's a big weekend of harness racing. It's underway here at Addington and Alexandra Park. There's still another minute with 2 meetings to come. Also, Riverton. Of course, Kaikoura on Monday for Alabar Kaikoura Cup Day. Forecasting 19 with light winds at the South Bay Racecourse. Absolutely perfect if that transpires. In the back, race 4. Getting close to the start point. Green light, they're racing. Neck Time away well, speed from Janron, not far away Fierce Falcon, but will get crossed as Neck Time is going to lead. White out as Ashes to Wings, and Sparkling Delight races between them 5th. Next is Dancing in the Dark around Compressor, and 2 lengths to Alta Las Vegas. And the last 4 are Mr. Woodley, also Pay Me Way, Celestial Arden, and last of all is Il Divo. Neck Time was able to keep the lead from the 2 and leads a length and a half. Fierce Falcons off stride behind them and went back through the field, but was down on the pegs with nothing behind it, so they all managed to avoid it safely. Lead time fast, 23.4, and Neck Time and Terry Schmiel backing it off now by a length and a half. Ashes to Wings as Park 2nd, and Janron trails 3rd. 3 back the inside, Compressor, Sparkling Delight 5th. There's a good first quarter coming up here for the leader. Now next is Dancing in the Dark, who races with a 1-out trail from Fierce Falcon, Alta Las Vegas. And then Mr. Woodley and Pay Me Way from Celestial Arden, and Il Divo is last. Sparkling Delight goes up to have a nab for the lead here. After a 32-2 first quarter, Neck Time will give the front spot up. Sparkling Delight fresh up takes over at the 1,000-metre mark. Neck Time 2nd, and Dancing in the Dark 3 wide made that move and went to the chair to be ahead away 3rd. Genron 3 back the inside. From Ashes to Wings, reined up to get right up on the back of Dancing in the Dark. Out to Las Vegas is 3 back the outside line from Compressor. 1.5 Mr. Woodley, then Fierce Falcon, Pay Me Way. Celestial Arden second last into length and a half to Il Divo. Sparkling Delight and Gerard O'Reilly by a length over Dancing in the Dark. The second quarter 30.5, 62.7 for the half. Neck time will wait for the Terror to Love It, Pine Leaf Farm passing lane. Ashes to Wings, hard driven. Genron held up 2 lengths to Alta Las Vegas, who's got to go now. Horse in front of it's going to take it no further. And then came Compressor. Next is Mr. Woodley. They've got 3.50 to go. Sparkling Delight leads by a neck. Dancing in the Dark second. 3 wide Alta Las Vegas. Neck time waits on the run. And then Genron and Ashes to Wings. Third quarter 28.8. Sparkling Delight finds at the turn. Kicked a length and a half. Neck time. Out wide is Alta Las Vegas. It's Sparkling Delight a length. Alta Las Vegas is the only one that can get the leader. Sparkling Delight still in front. Out of Las Vegas half a length away. Won't get Sparkling Delight, who's kicking strongly. And Sparkling Delight half a length over Alta Las Vegas. Fourth in Genron. And then Il Divo and Pay Me Way. Celestial Arden and Compressor. Dancing in the Dark. Ashes to Wings. Mr. Woodley. And Fierce Falcon is the last one in. 3 Sparkling Delight. Gerard O'Reilly. 6.80 and 1.80. 12 Alta Las Vegas second is going to pay $1.20. And third will be number 2, Neck Time. A return of $2.20. It's been a good performance. Got off the gate okay, with plenty of gate speed around it. Went up to have a look for the lead at the 1,000. Grabbed it home in 28.3, 159.8. Out of Las Vegas was given a beautiful run by John Dunn in transit. 3 back the outside. He just had to go maybe a little earlier than what he would have liked. But having said that, the winner was Fresh Up. And he was always above average racing the better 2-year-olds last season. Greg, a bit of maturity on his side, bit more toughness, and he's come out and been very impressive tonight.
He's quite a nice horse. I think Jared's got him in the right space, though. He's decided that he's not quite up to the absolute best 3-year-old, so he's looked after him. He's got the lead here off Neck Time, and got a lovely gate, hasn't he? He's found it, pressed on. Alta Las Vegas had to come wide, and probably had his chance to run him down, and he had a couple of runs under his belt too, but Sparkling Delight makes it 2 from 9 now. Race by the Galas, congratulations to you. This colt by Better's Delight, he's only going to get better with racing out of Laurel Franco, so he's got some breeding there, trained and driven by Gerard O'Reilly, and he's in a good space at the moment. GD O'Reilly, isn't he, with his Cup Drive Tiger Tara, having such a nice build up towards that. Judges call, other side, we'll head to Alexandra Park.
Alta Las Vegas, and third 2 Neck Time. Fourth has gone to 4 Genron, from 7 Pay Me Way, and 9 Il Divo. 3 12.2, 4 7 9. The margins half a length, 2 1/4 lengths, a neck 2 lengths. The winner's time was 2:23.1, a mile rate of 1:58.1. The last 856.7, last 428.1.
Sparkling Delight gets the money at Addington. Gerard O'Reilly trains and drives. We're back for race number 2 at Alexandra Park. Good field this, maiden field, but there's a few reputations here. I'd say it's the My Sky race of the night at Alexandra Park, because I think there'll be many winners coming out of it. $12,000 maiden event, few been set for this race. And when you've got a $3.50 favourite and a $4.60 book favourite, it suggests to me that it's a very, very even betting race. That horse on screen is a horse that's got ability. Platinum Bell's her name. Her driver, Zach Butcher. Zach, Platinum Bell, did it go up last start? What happened?
Hands. Bad hands. I'll blame it on myself. She just, first time around Alexandra Park and big pile of dirt out the back then. She just got a wee bit of a fright and, got a wee bit worked up. But she seems to have worked well at home and, beware again. She could do it wrong, but we're pretty confident that she's come here tonight and she's going to be a big chance.
Saw work on Saturday, trialled up quite nicely, so a little bit of confidence in the camp that she may be back on track now?
Yeah, I think so, and she's a horse that gives you a nice enough feel. I think once she does put it together, she's going to do a handy enough job, so, hopefully tonight's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, this one's got a bit of breeding by Better's Delight out of Blistering Bell, got a pedigree. Got it all wrong first up. Back to the workouts. Nice trial last Saturday. Paraded in wonderful order, and she is your second favourite at $5, $5.80 on the tote. Brett Mangos, he trains and drives runner number 10, Urban Tiger. Mango 5 in, first of them, stable runner in Urban Tiger. He was good last start.
He was well, drawn the second row this week, probably not the worst really for him. Look, if he can settle in midfield, I'm sure he'll get home pretty good. He's nice handy horse, and Yeah, I think he's improved a little bit on his racing. He's a little bit of racing hasn't done him any harm, so I think he's a good each way chance.
And he is each way too at the moment at a quote of $9 on the tote, $2.90 a place. On the book you're getting $8 on the fixed odds. How do we analyse race number 2? Thought there's some value here. First of all, Addington, race number 4. Sparkling Delight, 680, 180. Alta Las Vegas, 120. Neck Time, 220. Quinella, 3 and 12, 580. Trifecta, 3, 12 and 2, 71.40. First 4 numbers, 3, 12, 2 and 4, $429.10. The doubles paid $21.40, and your concession, 3 and 12, $4.70. In summary, in race number 2 tonight, found one here at longer odds, and runner number 9, Van Mara. This one trained by Rob Lawson. Simon Lawson takes the drive. Put the line through the Sire Stakes heat last start. Got knocked out of the race when Motown galloped. Was travelling okay at the time. Prior run behind Zach Maguire was good. Prior to that, it run third in a strong field. It's actually had no luck, this horse. Gets a draw, won the second row, which either could be very good if Zanzibar Babe leaves the gate nicely, or at worst, I think, 3 back on the fence. So Van Mara, each way all day, was, I think, $14 yesterday. At the moment, at $9 on the book, $10 on the tote. So 9 on top to beat 2 Platinum Bell if she can put her mind on the job, and I think it's more of a mental thing than a physical thing. Just first time at the park last week under lights, undid her, but now she's had that experience and a nice draw. I think Platinum Bell very hard to beat here. Dark Energy. This one showed ability as a 2-year-old. Went round with Chase to Dream and Lazarus and some of those young guns heats. Wasn't that far away. Got a bit of a pedigree too. He's the full 2 gold ace, this bloke, by Better's Delight out of Hill of Gold, trained by Tony, who got the money in the first. And this one is at a quote of $4.80. Dark Energy, 4th favourite at this stage. Urban Tiger for me in the market. 9, 2, 6 and 10. That lady on screen we're going to talk to later on. Her name is Connie Truen, and she is 102 years of age. I'm going to catch up with her on trackside later on, and be a pleasure talking to her. This race named after her, the Connie Truen 102nd birthday mobile pace. Aaron White, has it come to you? Just under a minute out from race number 2. They tell me she's very sprightly. She loves the All Blacks, and she loves harness racing, especially the Purdon. So we'll talk to her very shortly.
Yeah, dead right. And out here on her 102nd birthday too, celebrating it with us here at Alexandra Park. 6 Dark Energy for me. Workout form strong. He raced well as a 2-year-old. He looks like he's come back nicely at 3. The brother to Gold Ace. Tony looking for the first 2 on the program tonight. 2 Platinum Bell. The early gallop didn't help on debut. Gets a nice draw to a tone tonight. Zach Butcher. Mark Time, I'm not going to leave him out of the mix. Of course, he's 1-3, Scotty Phelan, and 5 Eyebrow Morris McKendry racing nicely. 6-2, 12 and 5.
Thanks, Aaron. Through from James at the racing desk. 1,500 on runner number 5.
Barram for the Connie Truen. 102nd birthday mobile pace. Very happy birthday to you, Connie, down there in the Victory Circle. Overseeing proceedings here for race number 2. Thanks, Craig, with the runners in behind the yellow bar arm. The favourite for the contest at 4.10 is Dark Energy, number 6. Tony Hurley looking for the first 2 on the program. Platinum Bell at $4.90, horse 2 Eyebrow at $5.80, Urban Tiger $7.20. Into the lane they come. And we're just about set. Green light is up and they're off in the Connie Truen 102nd birthday, and Platinum Bell out nicely. Urban Tiger galloped on the second row. Dark Energy's coming forward for Hurley. Eyebrow takes a prominent spot. Then Zanabar Babe and Moulin Bromac mark time. McKenzie caught wider as they work the stables corner. Van Mara, he'll end up about 4 or 5 back on the markers once they settle down. McKenzie gets in now. They're followed by Booming Jet, Urban Tiger second last, and El Dollar the last as they pace up into the back, and Eyebrow round a lead here for the Magic Man Morris McKendry, 1.5 Dark Energy. So the Iceman will get the trail behind the Magic Man, and 3 back on the inside is Platinum Bell, then Zanabar Babe. Van Mara the inside, then Mark Time. Zanabar Babe comes away from the markers, so Mark Time now with 1-1 cover for Scott Phelan. Back over on the inside then was Moulin Bromac just in front of Van Mara. Then came McKenzie over racing. Booming Jet back in the field with Urban Tiger. And El Dollar, 1,400 to go. 42 and 8 was the lead time as they sweep across the showgrounds turn. And Eyebrow leads by a length. Xanabar Babe sitting second for David Butcher, and a nice run in the trail here to a Dark Energy. 1-1 is Mark Time around Platinum Bell, who's trapped away 3 back on the inside, 33 the opening quarter. Then McKendra on the outside of Moulin Bromac, Booming Jet on the outside of Van Mara, Urban Tiger second last, and last is El Dollar. Judge and 1 to go. Eyebrow being attacked by Xanabar Babe the outside, but McKendry wants to hold the markers and the lead on the Stables Corner final time. Dark Energy, lovely trip and transit in the trail, and Mark Time, the same could be said with him in the 1-1. Then Platinum Bell, she'll require a little bit of luck from 3 back the inside as Booming Jet gets around them out. 3:29 and 8 was the second quarter. Urban Tigers on the back of Booming Jet, then Moulin Bromac, Van Mara. McKendra over raced, he's going back now, and El Dollar's got past him. Eyebrow leads, but Mark Time's come out of the 1-1 to go and challenge out 3 wide. In the centre, Xanabar Babe. In the meantime, Dark Energy just sweating the passing lane. Moulin Bromac the next, there followed by Booming Jet, yielding ground out wider. Van Mara looks to run on, back on the inside. Platinum Bell all dressed up, nowhere to go. 28 and 6 the back straight quarter. Eyebrow for home, Mark Time. Dark Energy waiting the passing lane. Xanabar Babe is still there. Van Mara makes ground out wider. Eyebrow for home. Dark Energy's on the passing lane now. Then Mark Time, Van Mara, Platinum Bell in behind with Moulin Bromac. Eyebrows in front. Dark Energy, Mark Time and Van Mara. Eyebrow holds on. Will it be Eyebrow's night tonight? He's clinging on. He's home. Eyebrow gets his maiden victory at start 17. Photos for second. Van Mara, Mark Time, Dark Energy. He was in for fourth in Urban Tiger, Moulin Bromac. Platinum Bell was the next across. They were followed by El Dollar. Xanabar Babe with Booming Jet. McKendra 2:43.5 was the time. Last quarter 29.1. 57.7 was the last 800 metres. Eyebrow finally cracks it for a victory. The Live or Die gelding, he's been racing in some very good maiden fields and gets a well-deserved victory tonight. Van Mara will just get second over Mark Time, and Dark Energy will make up the first 4 in the Connie Trewern 102nd birthday mobile pace.
Official placings race 2, the Connie Trewern 102nd birthday mobile pace. 5, 9, 12, 6, 4, 10. 5, 9, 12, 6, 4, 10. Horse 5, Eyebrow, paced the 2200 metres in 2:43.52. Tomorrow to 159.6. Last 857.8. The 429.1. The margins a neck, a half head, a neck. 5, 9, 12, 6, 4, 10. Race 2, the Connie Trewern 102nd birthday mobile pace.
First photo on the wall for Eyebrow comes back at the head of the field, raced by Bill and Paulette Screen, along with GB Penfold, Mrs L Penfold, Mrs GB Bassett and Miss J Delaney. Paulette Screen trained at Pukekohe, and the Magic Man, Maurice McHenry, the New Zealand Trotting Hall of Fame sponsored arrangement, back at the head of the field after the second. On the Live or Die, Tact Filly, 5-year-old bay gelding. Brecken Bloodstock Limited was the breeders, and a nice win here by Eyebrow. First photo on the wall at start 17. Connie Trewern down there, part of the victory celebrations. Again, a very happy birthday to you, Connie, and Gordon Robertson, a steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, also in attendance. 9 Van Mara, Liz Mara Van Serra, 3-year-old bay gelding for second. RJ Lawson and DP Biddlecombe the owners. Rob and Simon Lawson trained at Pukekohe. Simon Lawson and 12 Mark Time. Mark 3-year-old bay gelding out of Rhythmic Rose. Stonewall Stud Limited the owners. Steve Telfer, Chris Garlick trained at Papakura and Scott Phelan. Totes will see number 5 Eyebrow return $5.50 and $1.70, $5.50, $1.70. 9 Van Mara $2.60, $2.60 and 12 Mark Time also $2.60, $2.60. Quinella $33.20, $33.20. The trifecta $429.30, $429 and 30. And the first four $1,945.90, $1,945.90. Race 3 on the program tonight, the Dunstan Speed Series Mobile Trot over the 1,700 metres. No defections out of the third. We race at 7:35. Gerard's Horse and Hound Kids Carts over the 800 metres, the first of two of the Kids Carts action tonight. I'll head you across to Cameron Shaw to bring you the action with the Kids Carts here this evening.
So the 13 Kids Carts, ponies and drivers have made their way towards the 800.
I think Big Time Red Foo is good enough to mix it up with the Class 2s, and if it can get the right run out there with the Allen Trass, hopefully one for your top 3, top 4 anyway. Big Time at Red Foo. Brilliant Ava got it all wrong last time, and that fresh up performance has been lightly raced and has been freshened up for this Brilliant Ava. I wouldn't go dropping her. And she's paying a good double figure price tonight. She's at $10, $11 with the fixed odds. She's been well supported in her last 3 runs, so the punters and her followers just dropping off a wee bit tonight, so she could bounce back. I'd say Matt Roberts has got to her, hopefully back to her best. Rapidash has looked very good so far in her 17 race career. Wendy Kite, of course, with the Sergio Stately Babe lit up. This is most certainly going to serve her very well. And Rapidash coming up to Class 2. Now he lined up, he's a recent downgrader actually, Rapidash. He lined up in Class 3 and back into a straight Class 2 last time here last Friday and ran home nicely from that midfield position and gets a chance here from box 7. Has one from box 7. Rapidash. Manu Rama out wide for Liz Doody. Out there in box 8. Hasn't won from the outside 2 traps Manu Rama, but did go a good race here in that race as well here last Friday. Manu Rama from box 6. And Trident for Nathan Newley, another one on the verge of a downgrade. And looking to either stay up in this company or could even get that downgrade to Class 1. First leg of play 6. Pala Mountain Scientific Nutrition for the Class 2 sprinters. Lovely night here in the River City for our greyhound racing. The lure on its way for race number 7. Just about there, ready. And racing a bit slow there. Kaputski jumping to the lead now with Big Time Red Foo, and now trying to go with his Big Fat Gypsy. Just in behind here, but finding a bit of trouble there. Brilliant Ava getting ahead of that is Trident. Wide on the track now, we've got Kaputski. Also Rapidash has got back in the field with Choc de Yellis, and also Brilliant Ava. Up they come. Big Time Red Foo steps up, gets the job done from Big Fat Gypsy. Then we go here to Trident. Will stay up in Class 2, gets to 3rd, close here for 4th. I think Choc de Yellis just holding on there from Manu Rama. Rapidash was also back in the field there with the Kaputski. Just didn't get the jump tonight, Kaputski. And the other one there, Brilliant Ava, found a bit of trouble across the top when trying to get into 3rd, and will end up towards the back of the field. Stepping up to Class 2, Big Time Red Foo, and finds the front, comes away to get the win. Big Fat Gypsy, a much better run on the drop, And Trident will grab that third placing. The squeeze draws get the victory here, with the 4 dog anyway over the 5. 4, 5, 3 and 1 in a time of 17.67. And the 4 big time Red Foo, sectional time there 6.92, and the run home 10.75. Well done to Gary and Sandra Fredrickson. And going very well to big time Red Foo, picked up a couple of Class 1 wins and steps up to Class 2, no problem at all, and gets a PV too of 17.67. So there goes the running of the first leg of place 6, 4, 5, 3 and 1. Race number 8 is our next race. The Dopey Dog Laser engraving for the Class 2 and 3 sprinters. Time to go at 7.45. We'll take a break here on TAB Trackside 1. On the other side of the break, we'll get back to Addington and Greg O'Connor.
How good was Gold Ace?
Gold Ace goes after Terra to Love. Franco Ledger's coming with him. Gold Ace, Terra to Love. Gold Ace won these superstars.
Gold Ace, Bettor's Delight's richest down under entire, standing at Neverly Stud.
Super Easy, Singapore's Horse of the Year on 2 occasions. His popularity can be gauged through his breeder support in years 1 and 2. The national weaning sale at Karaka saw Super Easy's first crop foals in demand, selling up to $65,000. Tiger Tease, Terra Vista, Ball of Muscle, Super Easy, all star performers from their Blue Hen Dam Par 4. Super Easy, all the ingredients for stud success.
New Zealand Bloodstock's Ready to Run sale is gathering momentum. Coverage of the Breeze Ups from Te Rapa Racecourse will be available.
Blair Orange owns a Chevron quality car. Gee, the Raceway, the way he was driving earlier on tonight with a couple of wins. And, of course, he drives Valmain here with the sliding blinds on. Former Group 1 place getter, of course, and the winner of 8 races. Just off the 20 metres tonight. Interesting trot, this. It does complete our opening quaddie. You've needed the first upper, Hey Yo. Jack Harrington can't get the smile off his face. The 5 with the 3 Louis Finn and the 3 Sparkling Delight. Shortway Home's Waterloo Sunset, who's also won at Kaikoura in the feature trot up there. $784. A couple of thousand with Christmas Joyella. 1,600 with Cherryland Denny, 1,500 Valmain, the Bog 1,300, and about 2,900 with Live the Dream. So that's a bit of an indication of if you are live in the quaddie. Of course, the favourite getting beaten in race 2, Beg Hall. Favourite getting beaten in race 3, Media Queen. It's meant the quaddie's going to pay well. Waterloo Sunset's first up run, Methven, very good behind Pegasus Dream, and did blow out on that occasion. So with natural improvement, trained by the master and Paul Nairn, it's got to be a great chance in this. Return to form for a mare by Monarchy by the name of the Bog. Nigel McGrath trains and drives, and here's what he had to say about her. Nigel, this is feeling a little bit like deja vu, but which the Bog is going to turn up tonight?
Yeah, I think your guess is as good as mine, Greg. She just to be kind of threatening to retire and go to stud, she kind of goes out and does things right and goes a great race. So look, to be fair, I don't really know. I like to think the same one as Ashburton last start, but no, your guess is probably good as mine. Beaten by Prince Fearless, he's a fair horse. Oh, absolutely. Just got beaten on the day by a far better horse than her, actually. But look, she trotted great and begun good, and 9 out of 10 times she probably would have won that race. She just happened to run into a really good trotter. So look, she's come for the race really nice. I backed her up because she's pulled up so well. But like you said before, it's pretty hard to know which Bog will turn up in the day. Second of your charges tonight is Maverick. I thought a pretty good effort last time. He's going great races, and he missed away, and then he got held up at a bad time, turning home. So look, he's had a fair bit of racing that horse, but it's not doing him any harm. He just turns up each week and races good. The draw is a bit of a concern over a sprint tonight. He's 3 the second row, like he'll need a bit of luck, and I think the one he follows out hasn't got a lot of gate speed either. So over a short distance, there's 2 or 3 nice horses in there. So look, he can run a place, but might need a bit of luck tonight.
They're your two charges tonight. Let's go back to last week in Classy Brigade. You must have been absolutely over the moon with his second in the Sire Stakes heat, leading towards the Group 1 on Cup Day.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. And I had big raps on him last year, and he had a few little niggling problems last year, and he's in a good spell and come back great, and he won first up, and that run last week against those top 3-year-olds had plenty of merit to it. He's pulled up good, so look, I might give him a trial, maybe cup trial here next week, and if things are going right, and just leading into Cup week.
If he gets a nice barrier draw, he's clearly going to be competitive on that performance anyway.
He'll be competitive, just probably, it'll be a really good strong field, as we know, Sire Stakes heats, finals, but he's in it, so, he's got a good show.
So that's Nigel McGrath not only talking about his chances here tonight, but also come Cup Day with the smart 3-year-old Classy Brigade. Inside 3 minutes out from a start in race number 5. I thought Waterloo Sunset with natural improvement, this well-bred son of Sundown out of Inspire, he can win this, and he's fair chance to back up at Kaikoura. You would imagine, against the big bangers up there. What a field that is too, with Stent. Shimon came out today. We'll have an update on that for you, probably on Monday, if not the box seat on Wednesday. And the box seat's such an important one leading into Cup week, with the Cup trials on that afternoon, and we'll have coverage of the main Cup trial, particularly with a lean towards Chris and me and where he's at, and we'll have updates from the drivers and trainers, etc. So it's a must-watch, 8:30 on Wednesday night, and the following Monday we have the Cup preview show as well, and we'll have some special guests on that night too, so plenty of information coming your way. I said it on Waterloo Sunset, don't mind Christmas Joyella, racing very well this mare, solid she was last weekend at both, or a weekend ago, at Addington and at Methanham behind Paris Princess and Sunny Ruby, both trotters flying at the moment. Then you've got to consider Live the Dream, because he's so honest, even though he's 12. He went another great race behind Prince Fearless in the bog last Monday, and Valmain with the sliding blinds on today just to sharpen him up. This is his chance to get back into the winner's circle, I do believe, as well. Minute out from a start here at Mark Mack. Good solid field of trotters just below the big bangers, but should be a competitive race just the same.
Should indeed, Greg, and I'm with you on Waterloo Sunset, $3 and $1.20. Bobby Butt and Paul Nan, they're a pretty good combination, this pair, and I think Waterloo Sunset can get them a win. 5's in Balmain. Josh Kinnett's got him back to towards his best at the moment, placed in the feature trot. Tuapeka behind Pegasus Dream, and third to Quite a Moment. The 7 goes in Live the Dream. Start 101 for the old boy tonight, and Christmas Joyella. Both two trotters you'd love to own, simply because of their honest, consistent nature and the way they perform week in and week out. So 3, 5, 7 and 2 for the 5th. This race over the 2,600 metres precedes the Alabar Sire Stakes Fillies heat. Just a field of 4 to go around in that. Waterloo Sunset, $3.10. Having start number 20, he's won 4 and placed 7 times. Comes off the 10 metres, one of 2 10-metre horses in the race, Christmas Joyella being the other. Sunny beat the front marker. 20 metres for Cherry Lindenny, Valmain the bog. 30 metres Live the Dream and Ockay the New. So back to the 2,600 at Addington Raceway, which is fast taking shape for Cup Day. It's a week on Tuesday. Now the bog in the reverse direction. Peter Lamb's jumping the fence, so I'll be called forward shortly for the running of the 5th race. Sunny beat the lone front liner here. Finished down the track after an early gallop in the race won by Blackguard's Corner. That was a juniors race. 7th to Pegasus Dream 2 starts ago when it galloped, when it did things right to start this prep. It won and it ran second. It's the outsider at $30 and $6.50. But as we've seen tonight, the outsider's not the worst place to be. This evening, Franco Sanchez storming home at $8 the place earlier to run into the money. Good field, this one. They're about to turn in. Sunny beat, Waterloo Sunset. Valmain, Christmas Joyella. The bog, Live the Dream, and Ockay the New. About to get set. Ready to run. Attendant just about to wander out with Sunny Beat. Waterloo Sunset having a paw at the ground, then he backs away and into the fence. Crash. Ready. Racing now, Sunny Beat Red, Waterloo Sunset, who was up against the outside rail from the unruly spot, pinged away. Bog number 2 turned up tonight, she galloped. And Waterloo Sunset will get down and lead from Cherry Lindenny, who's going to spear through the middle, and 3 wide Balmain. Sunny Beats inside of that pair, and at good speed they rocket past the winning post. 5 lengths to Live the Dream around Christmas Joyella, a further 6 lengths to Okay the New, and the Bog is still back in a gallop. The leader is Waterloo Sunset by a length and a half over Sunny Beat. Balmain's running third and Cherry Lindenny fourth. Next to the inside is Christmas Joyella from Live the Dream. About 4 lengths to Okay the New, and tailed off is the Bog. To the back the first time, and Balmain's going to trot to the top now for Blair Orange, and leads by 2 lengths over Waterloo Sunset second, and a length and a half away third Sunny Beat. 2 to Cherry Lindenny and 2 further lengths to Christmas Joyella. Then came Live the Dream, Okay the New, and tailed right off is the Bog. Balmain leads for Blair Orange, and the Blair Orange owns a Chevron quality car handicap. Trotty owns the lead at the moment with Balmain. Margin 2 lengths on the race favourite Waterloo Sunset. Third Sunny Beat, and 2 lengths away fourth is Cherry Lindenny. Length and 3/4 Christmas Joyella. 1.5 Live the Dream. Further length and a half Okay the New, and tailed out of it is the Bog. 1 mile left to go. Race number 5 out of the Met, this one for the Trotters, and it's Balmain up from Waimassi, leading by a length and a half. Second is Waterloo Sunset. Sunny Beat running third, and the speed has backed off now coming around the turn. Cherry Lindenny's running fourth. A length and a half away next is Christmas Joyella, as Cherry Lindenny left the markers in front of her, and they were followed then by Live the Dream and Okay the New, and tailed off is the Bog. The lead time 1:20.8, and Balmain at start number 82 looking for career win 9, leads a length and a half. Second, Cherry Lindenny going up to pocket Waterloo Sunset, and Christmas Joyella gets a 1 out drag forward fourth. Sunny Beat 3 back the inside from Live the Dream, and then came Okay the New, and tailed off is the Bog. The first quarter 33.4, and it's Balmain with 1,000 metres to go, leading by a length and a half, pardon me. Second outside the leader is Cherry Lindenny, and third Waterloo Sunset. A length and a half away fourth is Christmas Joyella. 3 back the inside, Sunny Beat from Live the Dream, and Okay the New, and the Bog's tailed out of it. 800 to run, and Balmain continues to cart them along by a length and a quarter. Cherry Lindenny second, Waterloo Sunset's followed Balmain for a fair way now. Christmas Joyella fourth, and Sunny Beat fifth on the inside. A length away Live the Dream, and last is Okay the New. 600 to go. 31.5 the second quarter, 64.9 for the half, and it's still Balmain. He increases the speed further now, leads a length and a quarter, Cherry Lindenny. Waterloo Sunset waits on the Terror to Love It Pineley Farm passing lane, and then came Christmas Joyella, Sunny Beat, Live the Dream, and Okay the New. When it looks like it might come from the lead horse or the trail horse here, third quarter's in 29.5, and Balmain's a length and a half, Waterloo Sunset leaving the trail. Then Sunny Beat from Christmas Joyella. Balmain leads, Waterloo Sunset trotted up on the outside. Don't know if he put one rough one in, but it didn't stop him. He trotted past Balmain into third through the middle, Okay the New, but Waterloo Sunset's too good for a game, Balmain. Okay the New ran third, Christmas Joyella fourth, then Live the Dream, Sunny Beat, Cherry Lindenny, and the Bog missed away, and she will be the last one in. It has been number 3, Waterloo Sunset, 290 for the win, 150 for the place. 5 Balmain, 160, and 8 Okay the New, $3.10. Came out of the trail, ran up to Balmain. They were travelling by far the best 2 on the turn. Balmain had been rated beautifully in front, but Waterloo Sunset camped in the trail, not waiting for the Terror to Love lane. Bobby B out and around the wheel of Balmain. Last quarter's 28.7. Okay the New into third, 2.3.1 for the last mile, and Waterloo Sunset, Greg, second first up, wins at its second start this preparation.
Yeah, with natural improvement, Mark. 5 from 20 now. Go and find out from Paul Nairn if we'll see this horse at Kaikoura. Look, he's a really talented horse. He sat behind the right one. Balmain's been game in second once again, making up good ground. Okay the New for Martin Denton and Johnny Cox, but Blair Orange with another 2 points. He was $1.01 in the Stonewall Stud Drivers Challenge, or if you backed him before racing got underway tonight, he was $9. You'll be pretty happy about that. Waterloo Sunset, though, raced by the Red and White Syndicate, Clive and Rona Mackay and Paul Nairn. Paul does the training at his Leaston base. 2 strong for them here to complete the first quaddie for us. Race number 6, the next to go, the Alabar Sire Stakes, Fillies Heat number 2, underway, 5 to 8.
Sunset, second.
Welcome back to Alexandra Park. We're about 3.5 minutes out from race number 3 tonight. Probably the shortest price favourite on the fixed odds anyway. Paramount Dream, 120 on the book, 170 on the tote. Josh Dickey takes the drive. He's got a really good book of drives. Josh, earlier on the night, I caught up with him to talk about this mare. Josh, thanks for your time tonight. First of your drives goes round in race number 3, Paramount Dream. We haven't seen her for around about 4 months. She had a workout last week and went pretty well.
Yeah, no, very pleased with how this mare's come back. She's given us a good vibe on, how she's going to run the season, and, she did a very good job as a 3-year-old. We stuck her in the derby there, and she probably wasn't quite ready to tackle them, but, she was good enough to be there. But, what she indicates, she, gives you the feel that she can trot through the grades.
4 from 11, it's a pretty good form line, isn't it? Mobile tonight, is that the key to her winning chances tonight?
Yeah, look, we had her in the stand as well, but with this final, a couple of weeks' time, it's pretty hard to miss. So the mobile or stand sort of not a worry for her. As I say, 4-year-old now, she's been a lot stronger. She wasn't a natural 2-year-old or 3-year-old, so I'm really looking forward to her season.
In race 4, Motown, of course, things didn't go your way last start. Very good at Cambridge after doing plenty of work. How's he progressed since his last start?
Look, he's been great. As you say, we struck a bit of bad luck in that size stakes heat. Would have been nice to see, how he would have gone. He gave me the feeling like he would have been close that night, but that's just the way it is. We turn the page and, get on to tonight. But he's a sneaky chance of making the size stakes final, and, would like to be there.
In race number 8 tonight, stable runner Majestic John. It's a junior driver's race. Ben Butcher takes the drive. Again, another one at the trials last week and looked to perform well.
Yeah, he probably needed it a wee bit too, and we went slow mid-half, and I've come set outside them the last sort of 1,000 metres or so, and he gave me a nice feel. He just blew out just short of the line, but this week he's trained on strong, and I expect he'd be pretty hard to beat there.
In the last, you pick up drive La Maitre D, honest type, always thereabouts. Not an overly strong maiden to C1 field, wouldn't be far away.
No, that's right. I actually haven't driven the horse for a few starts now, but it's always honest and trots away and puts itself handy. So it's one you've got to have in the mix. Good book of drives tonight. Paramount Dream, is it the best of them, or can Motown upset them? Yeah, look, she is a standout of my book, but we're very pleased with Motown, and it'd be nice if we can show him what he's got this week. Josh Dickey very bullish about Paramount Queen and gives Motown an upset chance of beating Shandale tonight. She's a very good mare, Paramount Dream. She had nomination for the standing start as well, but this Dunstan Speed Series with a final as well. Good race to target the mobile and advantage. She's won 2 from 5 from the mobile, barrier 4 on her work last Saturday. Don't really get bullish about $1.25 trotters too often, but I think she's far better than a Class 2 mare this. I could see in 12 months' time she'll work her way right through the grades and possibly at open class as a late 5-year-old. So Paramount Dream for me, the one to beat. The horses that chased her home at the trials last Saturday were Little Miss Zigzag and All Royal Gal. I think they will be the two dangers again here on race night. Little Miss Zigzag, back from Australia, the mare by Love You, trained by Mark Burley. She did a good job over there. The winner of 5 from 11, $35,000 in stake money. Real speedy type. Mobile form's outstanding. She's won 3 from 8 from the mobile, and she should punch through from the second row here. So she's a great each-way chance. If the favourite was to make a mistake, 11.90, 2.50, 12.50, 1.90 as the market changes now. Good chance of getting some of it runner number 10. All Royal Gal ran 3rd in that trial. She's drawn awkwardly at barrier 8, but she is a Class 3 mare in a 1-3 field, so she's well placed. I thought best of the rest, Terrascova has been racing in good fields behind One Over the Moon and Pride Power. Drawn awkwardly.
My Mum's a Star, Princess McKendon, second row draws, I Got Rhythm, and Little Miss Zigzag. And the square gate is in behind the Alabar Arm for the first heat of the Dunstan Speed Series for 2015. It's been a good series the past couple of seasons. Nice field here tonight. Paramount Dream to run the favourite. Out of barrier 4. Green light is up. They're off in the Dunstan Speed Series heat. And My Mum's a Star with It's Now or Never out strongly. Leilua Invasion, Paramount Dream all made good beginning. Star Philly also looking to come forward, and All Royal Gal out wider. Princess McKendon didn't have any gate speed. She's been taken back into the field. Terrascova the same from a wide draw. Little Miss Zigzag second last. I Got Rhythm the last. The run off the gate in 6.1 seconds, and Leilua Invasion about about to clear. It's now or never. So Leilua Invasion, Scott Phelan on to the lead. All Royal Gal left Park, Star Philly out 3 wide. In the centre is Paramount Dream. My Mum's a Star the inside. Terrace Cover out 3, but with cover at this stage with Star Philly coming forward. It'll leave Terrace Cover now 3 wide, no cover. 29 and 9 was the opening quarter. Princess McKendon back in the field with Little Miss Zigzag to its outside. And I Got Rhythm the last. Stables corner their one and only time. And Leilua Invasion leads from Star Philly. It's now or never. All Royal Gal, Terrace Cover still coming forward out 3. Then My Mum's a Star, Paramount Dream comes out of the running line to get on the back of Terrace Cover in the 3 wide line. Princess McKendon, Little Miss Zigzag, I Got Rhythm, 31 and 4 was the second quarter. Leilua Invasion, Star Philly, Terrace Cover, noses between the trio. Terrace Cover's about to run onto the lead out 3 wide. Paramount Dream gets a lovely drag out there. Back on the inside, it's now or never. All Royal Gal just struggling to hold up in the 1-1 at this stage of the race as they turn off the back straight. Little Miss Zigzag's caught out 3 wide around Princess McKendon, make it 4 wide. Back over on the inside then to My Mum's a Star and I Got Rhythm, 28 and 9 was the back straight quarter. Leilua Invasion, Terrace Cover, Paramount Dream comes strongly at them now for Joshua. Then it's now or never. All Royal Gal and Little Miss Zigzag, but Paramount Dream strides onto the lead. Joshua looks to the right, looks to the left, and it's pretty cruisy with 100 to go. Away by 2, 3 lengths here. Leilua Invasion, it's now or never. My Mum's a Star, All Royal Gal, Little Miss Zigzag. They're all fighting out the minors because Paramount Dream has blown them away. 205.9. Leilua Invasion second. It's now or never third. Then My Mum's a Star and a photo with I Got Rhythm and All Royal Gal for fourth. Little Miss Zigzag not too far away. Princess McKendon, Terrace Cover had a tough one tonight. She's finished back in the pack. And with those Star Philly, 29.5 the final quarter. And 58.4 was the last half. Dunstan Speed Series Mobile Trot over the 1,700 metres. She was sent out the favourite. She's been backed into $1.20 and she's won like a $2 shot, hasn't she? Easy peasy pudding and pie. Leilua Invasion second. It's now or never for third. And All Royal Gal, in fact, will pick up the fourth there for Tony Herlihy in the first heat of the Dunstan Speed Series.
Official placings, race 3, the Dunstan Speed Series Mobile Trot. 463.892. 463.892. Horse 4, Paramount Dream, trot of the 1,700 metres in 205.89. A mile rate of 159.1. Last 858.4. The 429.5. The margin 6.5 lengths, 1 length, 1.5 lengths. 463.892. Race 3, the Dunstan Speed Series Mobile Trot.
An emphatic victor of the first heat of the Dunstan Speed Series, and Paramount Dream, her name raced by Mrs. J.R. Davies, J.B. Davies, Mrs. M.A. Plain, Mrs. J.E. Sutherland and J.J. Hope. Congratulations to you. Peg as a spur, Paramount Star, 4-year-old bay mare. John and Joshua Dickey prepared at Clevedon, and Joshua Dickey to come back at the head of the field to be greeted by Martin Blampide and also our Vice President of the Auckland Trotting Club, Bruce Carter, down there, part of the victory celebrations. Career win 5 at start 12 for Paramount Dream as she comes back at the head of the field. 6 Leilua Invasion, Armbro Invasion, 8-year-old bay mare out of Tesla Lure for second, raced by K.R. McGrath and Mrs. M.A. Barker. Sean McCaffrey, Ross Painter, trained at Cambridge, Scott Phelan. 3, It's Now or Never, Monarchy Copper Bell, 8-year-old brown mare for third. Nikki Chilcott doing the driving for Cambridge trainer Susan Branch. Totes in race 3, Paramount Dream. In fact, we don't have those totes through at this stage. We just await for the totes to appear in the third on the program. Won't be too far away. Totes up now, number 4, Paramount Dream, $1.20 and $1, $1.20 and $1. 6, Leilua Invasion, $4.20, $4.20 and 3. It's now or never, $14, $14. Quinella, $16.30, $16.30. Trifecta, $331.60, $331 and 60. First 4, $2,511, $2,511. 5 and 4 double, $5.90, $5.90. Concession 5 and 6, $34.30, $34.30. The first treble on the program this evening, 3, 5 and 4, $21.50, $21.50. Eda Spuds Mobile Pace is the first leg of the $40,000 pick 6 this evening. We open a double treble and also place 6. We scratched number 1, Designer Arden, and no third dividend available in the 4th. Good luck with your bets there, and that race comes up at 5 minutes after 8.
But Box of Fluffies has looked strong, has had a bit of support too around that $9-8 mark, and tonight you're getting pretty much the same price around that $9 mark again for Box of Fluffies. She had a lot of support in her races after she come back from that break, and she's looking to chase down that win. She has been in the money 3 times in the last 5 starts. Corborn Sarah, another one that's been in good form, also picked up that second in behind Corborn Midget on Wednesday. I think she's probably just as good on this track as she is the Horseshoe Circuit, and gets her chance here from that squeeze draw, but like Homebush Chiro, just has to get the jump. She's jumped out well the last few, and it's stepping up to a class 2 and 3, but plan B for Matt Roberts anyway. If Corborn Midget doesn't get it right, 2 good chances in the race for Matt. No time yet for Gary Fredrickson. Gary and Sandra looking to pick up their second win. They picked up the win there with Big Time Red Foo. No time yet. Has run some time on the track. Wide draw. Hasn't really shown anything from box 7. Has picked up a win from box 8, but a much better dog from the inside trats, but has the speed. And if there's a bit of crowding, gets his chance out there in box 7. And Semantics, I'd like to see Semantics draw on the inside, but if she can get any sort of clear run, she will be right in this. She's been up further in the grades, and she is a class 3 coming into this. And box 8 form not bad, but obviously better from an inside, but look out if she does get that clear run. Barking away now at the Dopey Dog laser engraving for the class 2 and 3s. Favourite now the inside. Empty bank off the inside. Lure rolling for the 8th. Set to go, ready. And racing and flying out centre track there is Homebush Hero's going to go straight. The lead now from Box of Fluffies. Corborn Sarah looking for a racing room now as Empty Banger getting around the outside. Also Semantics back in the field we go to. No time yet's also got back. Empty Banks got back in the field with Big Boy Dino. They go for home in front. Homebush Hero. Homebush Hero will just get this okay from Box of Fluffies, and also charging home their centre track. We had Corborn Sarah not too far away. Semantics made up ground. Corborn Midget, and they got right away on the rest of the field. Back in the field there we would have had Big Boy Dino was back. No time yet, didn't get any favours from that outside draw as well. And the other one there that we didn't pick up was Empty Bank, the favourite, just finding trouble also back there in the last 3. Homebush Chiro gets the win. Finds this a bit easier, showed that same box speed. Got a bit of a tap from behind with about 20 metres to go to the post, but holds it together, and it will be a 5-3-4-8 finish here in race number 8, 17.81. She's gone quicker, but That'll do for the Dog Syndicate and John McInerney. 1781, that's sectional. 691 a neck, half and a neck. Great finish. And just awaiting for the run home there, 1090. Nice performance, Homebush Chiro. The form line not looking flash, but it looks a little bit better now. Start 118, win number 17 and win number 4 on the track. From the 3, Boxer Fluffy's going a good race, just coming up short, just running into the back of Homebush Chiro there in the final stages. So a good run all the same. And Corborn Sarah going another honest race into that third placing. 5, 3, 4 and 8. 1781, 691 the sectional, 1090 a neck, a half and a neck. There for Homebush Chiro by Collision out of Pizza Girl, the Dog Syndicate. John McInerney picking up another win over the 3 and the 4. So we'll take a break here on TAB Trackside 1 on the other end of the break. We'll head off to Addington for a small field there and join Greg O'Connor.
Highview Tommy, millionaire son of Bettor's Delight, New Zealand 2-year-old of his year, freakish juvenile, a Grand Circuit player who matched it with the sports best.
2 lengths away then, Stirling Point, Cullens Creek, wider out Pembroke Benny, but it's Tommy's Cup. Highview Tommy in charge here for Blair Orange, and Highview Tommy second last year, wins it easily, wins the Pack and Say Franklin Cup. Highview Tommy too good, second over here.
Hard speed, stamina and toughness. Highview Tommy standing at Wood.
Into Addington Raceway. We'll complete these results for you before we build to a start in our Alabar Sire Stakes Heat. Paramount Dream, well, she couldn't have been more impressive first up. $1.20 to $1. Mind you, she's bred to be that good. Leilua Invasion $4.20, and it's now or never $14. $16.30 to Quinella, $331.60 the trifecta, and $2,511 the first 4. Look out for her in upcoming assignments. She was outstanding. 34.30 for the double, and that was the concession, sorry, the double $5.90 and $21.50 the treble. So punters getting it pretty right there. Opening 3 races at Alexandra Park. Wanganui, the result coming through from there. And we have that for you. Homebush Chiro, $12.80 and $4.30, $2.40 about Boxer Fluffies, and $3.10 Corborn Sarah. Quinella paid $64, $625.50 the trifecta, first 4, $2,499.60. Double $177.40 and $15.20, 4.5, 4.3 respectively. Thought I'd come up and take my pew amongst, well, all of my friends, I suppose you could argue. No doubt my friend upstairs will have something to say about that, but be a great spot to be. In a couple of weeks' time, of course, the Cup Carnival will be completed. And Mark's now announcing to everyone on course that I'm sitting here with all my mates, and if I haven't got any, you could come and spend some time with me. Anyway, he'll get his chance very shortly. But it is a good spot, and the reserve seating area, I'm sure it'll be well sought after here, both Cup Day and Show Day. Those tickets still available. Go to addington.co.nz, but they only have general admission and also Lindau Lawn general admission. If you buy them now, $20. If you buy them on the day, they're $30. So there's a real incentive there. We have a full minute for each runner in this race. Northern Velocity, let's start with her. Good enough last season to win the Sales Series final here, of course, formerly with the All-Stars team. Now with Mark Jones after being purchased recently, well, probably a few months ago now, but she's a filly by Mark III. Saw her workout at, of course, Rangiora. She went very good. Nigel Armstrong from the club has made his way up here to spend some time with me off the back of Mark Mack, calling that. He's got a few syndicates going around in that Kiwi Punters Championship as well. How are you going at the moment, Nigel? Because I understand you're probably involved again tonight.
Yeah, just battling tonight. Just holding our ground till the last couple of races, and then we usually launch.
6 syndicates home so far for the finals of the punters competition, so feeling pretty happy about it.
Yeah, it should be quite an interesting day for you, Shodo, then.
It's going to be a big day, yeah. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it.
Yeah, both financially and, of course, trying to work out the winners. What about your Westview Racing Syndicate? Well, we've got you here. Are you looking to get some more horses and, therefore, I suppose, a few more people involved?
Yeah, always looking around. We've got Dexter, Gavin Smith, John, Dunn. They're always on the hunt for us. If they spot anything that's sort of our sort of range, we let them ready to go, whip them onto the beach, and away we go.
All right. You've certainly had some great success with those as well. Thanks for coming up and joining us. Finally, someone realised that I was sitting here on my own, and nice work, Mark Mack. So, Northern Velocity, very, very hard horse to beat here. The trial was good, and I think she is the one. Piccadilly Princess, of course, from the All-Stars team, drawn to trail effectively. Champagne Rain, quite a handy sort of a maiden, generally a very quick beginner from a stand. The Mobile tonight, you could see her settling through the fence. And Scarlet Banner, it'll be interesting to see how Gavin Smith drives her. Gee, she's been impressive. She won the Super Series final and, of course, was too good for Wattlebank Flyer here last week. So it'll be a tactical battle ahead. Thanks, Mark. A few other people coming up to join us now, so we might hand it up to you.
Good to see they were listening anyway. Nigel has got a free ad out of it, if nothing else.
I thought, hang on a minute, I may as well use this to my advantage. Yeah, I've got a whole family rocked up here now, so enjoying your night?
Yeah, good, yeah.
Backing a winner?
Pardon? Yeah, number 6.
Yeah, number 6.
Hopefully not in this race, it won't be winning.
There's only 4 in this, and that means that there's no number 6. Okay, we might go with Johnny here in race 7 for that one, Mark. But there's Gavin Smith, certainly in great form at the moment, and this filly, she is flying.
She's indeed. It was hard not to be with Northern Velocity, the one. Put it on top to beat number 5, Scarlet Banner. As you said, she's done a great job for the big group of owners in her, betting Wattlebank Flyer and Ashton Kale. Need to step up again, but no reason why she can't. She's run good time in both of them. Number 2, Piccadilly Princess, and the 3, Champagne Rain. So 1, 5, 2 and 3 for the running of race number 6. It's the Alabar Sire Stakes Filly Series at number 32. Obviously Chevron Quality Cars not connected with Alabar or the Sire Stakes board yet, but I'm sure they'll be working on that.
Next time round, Gav.
And they're going to come up next time around. This is race number 6, Scratching Arden's Choice. Rested after a tough run last week. That's the reason she's out tonight. Scarlet Banner, daughter of Better's Delight out of Surf and Sand. Looking to make it 3 from 5. Champagne Rain, Piccadilly Princess and Northern Velocity about to come forward. The quartet of them over the 1950 for Alabar. And the favourite drawn the inside. Newcomer to the Mark Jones barn. He's looking for a winning double tonight. Piccadilly Princess in 2, Champagne Rain in 3. A cheeky race at Methven last time, betting all but Cash and Flow. This is harder, and Scarlet Banner on the outside of the yarn. The R&P Homes Mobile is rolling for race 6. Precedes first leg of the second quaddie. That'll be race number 7 at 25 past the hour. They're 250 metres off a start. Northern Velocity winning 3 from 8. In the care of Mark Purden and Natalie Rasmussen for a perfect start to her 3-year-old filly campaign. Piccadilly Princess, on that really heavy Mucha Carrara track on debut, was placed 1/6. Pretty close. Ready, race 6. Racing. Favourite off the inside, Northern Velocity is going to lead. Piccadilly Princess will ease back and trail it. Champagne Rain easing back to 3rd, and Scarlet Banner's a length and a half away and will also ease onto the back of Champagne Rain and onto the markers too. It's Northern Velocity at the first turn at no great speed, leading by a length and a half over Piccadilly Princess. Champagne Rain's running 3rd and Scarlet Banner's last of the 4, and a very comfortable lead time coming up here for Northern Velocity as she strolls around the bend at the 14.50 and leads a length and a half. It was 25.2 the lead time. Running 2nd, Piccadilly Princess, and in 3rd spot is Champagne Rain. Scarlet Banner's a length and a half away last. It's Northern Velocity coming down the home straight, probably on target for about a 33.25 at the moment, and leads a length and a half. 2nd, Piccadilly Princess. Running 3rd, Champagne Rain. Scarlet Banner remains at last of the 4. It's going to develop into a sprint home, it would appear. And Northern Velocity, a daughter of Mark III, leads a length and a half over Piccadilly Princess. She's a daughter of Better's Delight and Champagne Rain by Christian Cullen third, and Scarlet Banner of Better's Delight is last. It was 34 the first quarter, so it was even better for the leader. And Northern Velocity out towards the 1,000 metre mark. A length and a half clear over Piccadilly Princess second. Champagne Rain remains third, and Scarlet Banner fourth. The scratching in the race is number 4, Arden's Choice. This is heat number 2 of the Alabar. Sire Stakes for the 3-year-old pacing fillies, and Northern Velocity first up out of Overport Lodge leads a length and a half. Piccadilly Princess, who's trained just up the road from it at Rolleston, out of the All-Stars Barnes running third, and from Dancing on Moonlight Lodge into third spot goes Scarlet Banner and Champagne Rain, who's just across from Northern Velocity and Piccadilly Princess at Lincoln with Colin and Julie de Philippi as last. Second quarter 33.9, 67.9 for the half. And Northern Velocity leads by about a length over Scarlet Banner. Third Piccadilly Princess and a half a length away last of the 4 Champagne Rain on the outer. Racing in pairs as they get inside the quarter pole now and the speed goes on. Northern Velocity, a neck over Scarlet Banner. Piccadilly Princess waits on the Terror at Pineleaf Farm passing lane, and Champagne Rain is next. Third quarter's only 30.6. Northern Velocity shaken up, leads a neck on Piccadilly Princess, and Scarlet Banner sticking on. Northern Velocity, Piccadilly Princess, Scarlet Banner, the 3 of them. Scarlet Banner, Piccadilly Princess on the inside, Tunipi. Piccadilly Princess beats Scarlet Banner and Northern Velocity, and Champagne Rain last of the quartets. Piccadilly Princess, number 2, Tim Williams, at 3.40, no place betting. 5 Scarlet Banner and 1 Northern Velocity. Had the trail after they just strolled around the 1950. Used the Terror to Love at Pineleaf Farm passing lane. Northern Velocity in between them, and Scarlet Banner was the first to make a move and work up outside the leader. Last quarter they've run home in 27.1. Last mile 25.6. And on a night where they're pretty underrepresented compared to a few weeks of racing that we've had, Gregory, the All-Stars have turned up with 1 out of the first 6 races and not surprisingly got home winners.
Yeah, she's pretty handy filly, this, isn't she? And she trailed the right one, Northern Velocity. Mark Jones getting away with sedate sectionals early on, but she's becoming more tractable as well. She's a filly by Better's Delight out of Hyde Park Royale, raced by the Patterson brothers. Out of the Commodore, of course, Mike Ward, S.J. Bradley, A.J. Wilson and C.M. Caneen, trained by the All-Stars team. That's win 20 from just 51 starters. Judges call, and we'll wrap it on the other side.
Princess. Second 5 Scarlet Banner, and third 1 Northern Velocity. Fourth has gone to 3 Champagne Rain. 2, 5, 1, 3. The margin's half a length. A long head, 2 3/4 lengths. The winner's time was 2:30.9, a mile rate of 2:04.5. The last 857.3, last 426.9.
So 26.9 the last quarter there. Piccadilly Princess, after winning on debut, makes it 2 from 4. Pretty sedate fillies heat there, Craig Thompson, as I come to you. I don't think this next race will be sedate at all. Good evening to you.
Yeah, very good evening to you, Greg. This is going to give us a big guide on our northern representation, where they're at heading towards 10 days' time at Addington. 5 of these horses will be there, and Shandale, at least top of the rankings at the moment, after being very unlucky last start. 180, 190, book and tote. Maurice McHenry takes the drive. Drawn at barrier 4, we saw him blast off the gate. That's in his arsenal now. He hadn't had that in the past. Last week, ended up 3 back on the fence and got checked on the bottom bend, and after that, man, he was good. Went down a short margin behind Can't Refuse, but he's paraded in wonderful order. Shandale, art form, of course, he's got great gates. We just wonder whether they'll drive him cold tonight. First time he's drawn out in the barriers, and may use this as just a stepping stone towards next week, because they've driven him mostly in front or on the speed. If they draw badly in the final, maybe tonight will be a learning curve for him, and with 1 run he may be lethal. That horse on screen, Kamani, good enough to qualify for the Sire Stakes at Cambridge. His driver, Zach Butcher. Zach Kamani's racing super at the moment, qualified for the Sire Stakes. Nice field this though, isn't it? Mini Sire Stakes heat, and comes up with a nice draw.
Yeah, it's probably going to happen tonight with a nice draw. There's a few very nice horses in there, so I think it just comes down to the horse with the best run's more than likely going to win it. But he's an honest horse, and he's always put his front foot forward and gone good races, so as long as he does the same again tonight, he's going to be thereabouts.
He's got good gate speed. It's a very quick front line, so it'll be interesting to see what Zach does with them. They didn't come out of the gate last week, and he ended up with a nice run. And the margin, he was only beaten ahead and ahead at the line. So he's racing very well, Kamani, on the back of a second at Cambridge. Brett Mangos, he drives Can't Refuse. Big race winner last start. This is what he had to say. Mango, you rocked the punters last week with Can't Refuse. What's the chances of backing up and going again?
Oh, look, probably no reason why not. Well, he's probably a very progressive horse. But, look, it's a very good field, and you could run last in this race and still go good. That's how good the field is, and only the 7 runners, I think. So, look, he's definitely in with a chance because he beat them last time, but, you couldn't say he's a winner in this field.
What type of field did he give you? I mean, is it the first time you drove him last week, and what did you make of him?
Well, I drove him his first start, actually, as a 2-year-old, and then Barry turned him out. I think he gave him one more run and turned him out. But, lovely horse, and does everything right. He's a great pacer and great manners. And, look, he'll always put himself in the race, and he obviously proved the other night he follows speed good, so it won't matter how quick they go. Definitely a runner's chance for sure.
He's at $11 tonight. He was over 30 to 1 when he upset them last start. Can't Refuse. Let's go through them quickly, runner by runner. 2 Bodine Beaufighter, Ray Green, Philip Butcher combined here. 3 starts, a win and 2 placings. He was okay last start behind Culinary Delight, but I think you might have to find another length here from barrier number 1. Kamani, we've talked about. Nice draw, barrier 2, no second row. Should settle on the speed, and he's racing really well. 3 Can't Refuse. He lifted up another level last start. This one owned by Solid Gold Standardbreds, along with Katrina Purdon and a couple of other owners here. He's beautifully bred out of Dream Offer. It's a good family. Can he take the step up again? Barrier 3, Can't Refuse. $12 shot. Looked very well going on track tonight. Pick of them going through the birdcage was 5 Shandale. Morris McHenry drove him cold last week and he flew home. He led early, got pushed back. And had he got out a little bit earlier, he would have won that race. 5 Shandale. He was such a good 2-year-old. I just wondered whether he'd come back at 3. He's come back better than ever. He's got a great record on this course and at this distance, Shandale. He's got a personal best of 2:40 for the 2,200 metres. I think the longer trip will suit him tonight. And I expect him to get home very strongly. 5 Shandale. 6 Motown's my top tip in the race. I think he's the best value. 5:40, 2.90. He's an unknown quantity because there's 2 runs this time in his last 2 starts. He left parked out in a 153 mile and he only got beaten a length in last start. Josh said he was travelling extremely well before doing things wrong on the home bend. I think he gets his chance to cement himself into the size stakes as a real up-and-comer Motown, and he's 5:40 and 2.70. And runner number 7, Art Form, the 153 winner at Cambridge, and last start got beaten by a horse that'll go through the grades in express stride. He'll start from the outside for David Butcher. 6, 5, 7 and 3 for me. 6, 5, 7 and 3. Hearing 3 from the racing desk. They're backing 1 horse here.
The runners are brushing up. Just a field of a half a dozen for the Edispuds Mobile Pace. Low on numbers, very, very high on quality. 4 of these horses already qualified for the Sires Stakes. Motown might be able to just squeak in there as well. 2 1/4 laps under the ribbon of light, the green light up and the Edispuds Mobile field underway. Shandale and Motown first 2 out. Motown will show enough gate speed to cross Shandale as they get to the judge with 2 to go. Bodine Beaufighter from his prominent draw remains third, a couple of lengths away Kamani, then Can't Refuse. And Art Form, he'll be taken back to last. So they put the stables behind them, and Motown Joshua Dickey takes it up by 2. Shandale, the Magic Man Morris McHenry has the run in the trail, and 3 back is Bodine Beaufighter and Philip Butcher. There's 3 lengths away in the field to Kamani and Zach Butcher, 3 back to Can't Refuse and Brent Mangos and Art Form, and David Butcher on the back of him as they run an Indian file. Lead time, it'll be all right, 41 and 7 it is. Motown, the son of Better's Delight by 2. Shandale, the son of Art Mage, has got the nice drag in the trail, and 3 back Bodine Beaufighter. He's another son of Better's, as 2 is in 4th Kamani. And then came Can't Refuse, another son of Better's Delight, and the Art Major Colt Art Form. He's back at the tail as they swing off the showgrounds turn and work down the lane, where Motown getting an uncontested lead over Shandale, who paces along beautifully on his back. 31-4, the opening quarter of the Eda Spuds pace. 3 back, Bodine Bowfighter. Kamani looks to come out for Zach. He's about to come away from the markers. Now he's trying to flush out Bodine Bowfighter. That's not going to happen. Can't Refuse second last, and Art Form, he's biding his time back at the tail. Stables Corner their final time. Motown, Shandale, Bodine Bowfighter, Kamani, Can't Refuse, and Art Form as they pace out to the 800 metres. I think he's got away with a nice quarter again here, Motown. I'd say he has. 31-7, a 63.1 half on the back of a 41-7 lead time. They'll fly through this last 800 metres. Motown, Shandale. Here's Kamani now progressing up on the outside, parked, and Can't Refuse takes the 1-1. Bodine Bowfighter 3 back on the inside on the back of Shandale, and Art Form's on the back of Can't Refuse. 500 to go. Motown off the back, leads by 2, and he's still pacing along nicely. Back straight quarter, 29.2. Kamani gets up to 3/4 of a length away. Shandale waiting for the passing lane. Can't Refuse out of the 1-1. Art Form about to get around him, and then Bodine Bowfighter. Motown for home. Kamani. Here's Shandale now on the passing lane. Can't Refuse. Art Form can't get to them down the outside. It's Motown. Shandale diving hard on the passing lane. Motown fights hard. Shandale's got his measure though. Shandale beats Motown. Big run. Art Form up for third. They were followed by Can't Refuse and Kamani, and Bodine Bowfighter. 241.2, 27.1, and the last 800 metres has been cut out in a slick 56.3. Shandale, the son of Art Major. Gerald Shand, the owner. Morris McKendry, the trainer-driver. Good luck to the team as they head off to Christchurch Cup Day for the Sires Stakes final. Motown, he's gone down valiantly here for Joshua Dickey. Art Form, well, he couldn't win from the top of the straight. It's been a meritorious run to get up for third. Can't Refuse in for fourth in front of its stablemate Kamani. The Eda Spuds mobile pace to Shandale.
Official placings, race 4, the Eda Spuds mobile pace, 567-432, 567-432. Horse 5, Shandale, paced the 2200 metres in 241.22. It's a mile rate of 157.9. Last 856.3, the 427.1. The margins ahead, 1.5 lengths, 2.5 lengths. 567-432. Race 4, the Eda Spuds mobile pace.
Lovely drive, lovely win. Morris McKendry gets his second on the program tonight in the sulky. He trains this one, Shandale, for Gerald Shand and Art Major Bay. 3-year-old colt had a delightful Dale win 3 at start 11 this evening. Bred by Brecken Bloodstock Limited, their second breeding success on the program tonight. Shandale prepared at Pukekohe by the Magic Man Morris McKendry. Will come back at the head of the field. Glenys McLaughlin and the team from Eda Spuds with us tonight. Pat Gubb, a steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, will be down there, part of the victory celebrations also. 6 Motown, Gallant Run in defeat. Better's Delight, Touch of Grace. 3-year-old brown colt for Roslyn Stud Limited. John and Joshua Dickey trained at Clevedon. Joshua Dickey. And 7 Art Form, and Art Major brown 3-year-old colt out of Highfields Diamond, doing good work late in the piece. RM and Mrs. D.E. Reid, the owners. Stephen Reid, Simon McMullen trained at Pukekohe. David Butcher. 5 Shandale, $1.70, $1.30, $1.71.30. 6 Motown, $2.10 to $10. And Art Form, no third dividend. Quinella, $3.50, $3.50. Trifecta, $10 even. Grab a blue note, $10 even, and the first four $26.20. $26.20. No update on pick 6 at this stage. Once we get that through, we'll certainly pass it to you. Race 5, the Tuakau Cozzy Racing Section Handicap Trot, 2,700 metres. 1 Macarena Jake, please note. Todd McFarlane to drive number 1. 4 Dead Cat Bounce, Tony Hurley. Tony Hurley on horse number 4. We race at 25 minutes to 9. The second and final of the kids' carts about to get underway. This the Rebecca Bush Equine Dentistry kids' carts over the 800 metres. Again, we'll hand you across to Cameron Shaw to bring you all the action with the kids' carts this evening.
Runners arriving in their positions for the second of the kids' carts, Rebecca Bush Equine Dentistry. 800 metre handicap trot. Same handicaps as the first, and they're all at the start. They're off. Standing still was Dusty, not keen at all to go. Pumpkin, on the other hand, got out the best, as it did in the first of the kids' carts, and finds the front very easily early on. From Cossack in second, and also Tinkerbella, both going a little roughly there. Coming up quickly was Clyde to around 4th spot, is about to head past 1 or 2. Playboy just in behind, followed back then by Betsy Boo. To its outside is Tonto, making up a bit of early ground. Next then was Jelly down.
Been racing well, coming off 2 nice wins. And Opawa Shaden's on the verge of a downgrade. Here in race 9, 5-star kennels and runs for the class 2 and 3s to get the quaddie underway. Ledger Domain is favourite. Lined up in a class 4 and 5, 2 starts back. And 3 weeks later now lining up in a class 2 or 3. So expected to go a good race here. All locked away, the lure sent on its way for the first leg of the quaddie, ready. And racing, Ledger Domain straight to the front from Ginger Cole, and now looking to hunt through the inside as another miss. Wheelie Chilly looking to get to the outside track through there by Corborn George. The rail opens up for Corborn, Rowan back in the field, Homebush Olive and Opawa Shade, and they go for home. Ledger Domain travelling well, away by 2 or 3, trying hard the inside, another miss. Ledger Domain, another miss from Ginger Cole third. Then on crossing here we had Wheelie Chilly out wide, not too far away there on crossing to Corborn, Rowan, Corborn George, and towards the tail Homebush Olive didn't get into it, and Homebush Shade back there too.
We're about to move in for the Randvet. It's been a beautiful day, hitting around 30 degrees in some parts of Melbourne. Lovely evening. Rail 7 metres. The track is a good rated 4. And we're nearly set. Here's Intrigo to move up. She got run off the track, her and Talk of California. Thought Talk of California could nearly have beaten her there at Cranbourne. And we're nearly set. Platinum Raider to be the last to load. And we're nearly ready to go. Musical Man 100 to 1 into 31, and he's 35.60 on the tape, drawn the pole. Set for the first. Starter says go, they're off. And they jumped in a very level line. Musical Man safely away near the inside. Intrigo and Catechesis out in the centre got the best of it. Aberfeldy with the shades on, going quickly up to be in the speed, and not far away Carpathian deep out. Talk of California is next. Embrace the Rock 4th last on the inside of Ikura. A length and a half to Sloane Ranger, and Platinum Raider brought up the rear. Aberfeldy sped to the front, down the back, and at the 1,000 metres mark led 3/4 on Intrigo. 3 wide Carpathian, Talk of California the centre, Musical Man on the rail, and a length back then is Catechesis. They were followed by Ikura. Embrace the Rock is buried 3rd last on the fence. Platinum Raider out 3 wide, and Sloane Ranger in between runners last. This leader is really slowed up down by the 7 7.50. Aberfeldy 3/4 in front of Intrigo. Carpathian cuts the breeze. 3 wide. Talk of California looking to extricate itself away from that position. Harry's trying to push the gouch out of the way, and he's having a little luck in doing it at the moment. A length further back in the field is Musical Man. Embrace the Rock has woven through the field, riding home on the fence, making good ground from Ikura. They're up to the bend. Intrigo at the 400 metres mark, moving up outside of Aberfeldy. Embrace the Rock's looking to get off the fence. It's the big challenger as they turn, and then Talk of California flat to the boards. Aberfeldy headed by Intrigo with Embrace the Rock on the scene at the 200. Here's Embrace the Rock going after Intrigo. Embrace the Rock has had an absolutely magnificent ride. Takes the lead now from Intrigo, and Embrace the Rock, the Fastnet Rock mare, starts to extend and wins brilliantly. 1 2.5 Intrigo. I think Talk of California third from Aberfeldy. Then came Platinum Raider, Ikura behind those catechesis. They were followed in by Musical Man, Sloan Ranger and Carpathian after a tough run last in.
Well, that was a sweet, sweet ride by Damien Lane to get Embrace the Rock home for a first victory. This 4-year-old daughter of Fastnet Rock for David Hayes and Tom Dabney. A very impressive performance there, finishing off strongly in an overall time of 1:32.49. Intrigo was honest as they come, has boxed on well for second, and third there has gone to 10 Talk of California, just ahead of the 5, which is Aberfeldy. 7, 9, 10 and 5, Clint.
Yeah, nice performance. Lovely ride there from Damien Lane. Had plenty of horse underneath him aboard the mare, the daughter of Fastnet Rock, and it looked ominous turning in, and she's levelled out and done the job very tightly. I thought the pace of the race seemed steady enough, and from that point of view, Intrigo was probably well placed. Talk of California got going when it was all over, but I think can't take too much away from Embrace the Rock, who has start number 8 here this evening and managed to get the job. Drew well in gate 2. There were a few covering ground. Embrace the Rock wasn't one of them, but just picking them off runner by runner, Damien Lane. Intrigo had every chance, and nicely rated out in front as well was Aberfeldy, who boxed on fairly. I think just got nudged out of third there by Talk of California. So nice performance. Damien Lane keeping the winners rolling in. $3.10, $1.40, $1.60 for Intrigo. Talk of California at $1.50, 7, 9, 10 and 5 past the post, and good support for Embrace the Rock.
He's watching, wins the Meadowlands Pace.
He's watching the world champion, the fastest.
Number 7, not too far away here at the home of harness racing here in the South Island, Addington Raceway, and we're up to about 12,000 in the quaddie already, and given we've got 5 minutes to go, it should make its way towards 18, maybe 20 if we're lucky. Collector Guinness, I thought it was the bet of the night, to be honest. Showed terrific speed last time to hold the lead from the inside, and they went there 55, went about 2.19, wasn't it? Won by Northview Gambler at $165, but he set them up and shot away around the bend and just got run over. Expect him to press forward here. Parissa has good strong support, although she doesn't possess a whole lot of gate speed, so one would imagine that Collector Guinness might be able to work forward and get the lead comfortably here. A couple of runs I thought were pretty good last time. Marshall Star on Monday at Ashburton made up good ground behind Arden's Choice. 3 runs back this time in here for Nick Lalever and Robbie Close doing the driving. It's got a place chance. Johnny Ayres had no luck. A horse that can really close the last couple of 100 metres is placed in 4 of 14 here, so Addington holds no fear. Explosive Art was a bit dour last time in behind Titan Banner in the Tuapeka Cup, but he's capable of getting himself into the finish. And then you've got the horses off the back row, probably the best of them, Maverick, but Ideal Arden, he follows out Carrick Mannon. That might put him back on the inside and maybe out of play, but he's the winner of 9 races, Ideal Arden, so you couldn't really count him out entirely. So you can find a few for a place here, but I think clearly the best bet in the race is that one there, Collector Guinness, and John Dunn doing the steering aboard him. 240. He opened 230 with the book earlier today. We haven't actually had anything through from the bookmakers. I'm not sure how things are rolling there in Petone, but I'm guessing they're pretty busy given we've got the 2 harness meetings on tonight. But the favourite getting beaten in the first in the form of course Cable Beach, and then Beg Hall galloping in the second would have got them away, and Media Queen didn't win the third, so Older Las Vegas didn't win the fourth. So I'd imagine that they're going pretty well at this stage. So for me, I settled on Collector Guinness. Don't mind Alta Leroy. He won 2 workouts, and then first up here last week had to sit parked. The Royal Garden got up the passing lane. I thought it was an adequate performance. He can go better than that though, so I expect him to be amongst it here. Maverick was very good last time. We heard that from Nigel earlier. And then you've got the likes of Ideal Arden and Johnny Eyre, maybe Parissa and Explosive Art, but I think he's a very, very good bet here. In Collector Guinness, he's only had the 8 runs, never further back than second. If he gets a quiet sectional, and Parissa might have a part to play there, because if she puts real pressure on him, then that might make it more difficult for him to win. But yeah, just drawn in 2. I just don't know how many of these are going to hum out. Why am I better? There's Kaikoura bound as well. Blair Orange, Drivers' Challenge leader. And Carrick Mannon racing really well. Jared O'Reilly, he's already had a win tonight with Sparkling Delight. 90 seconds out from the first leg of our final quaddie here, Mark Mack, and you've got a busy weekend ahead, my friend. Awapuni for you tomorrow. Really good day's racing there. Of course, Cowie, he resumes for the Alan Sharrock camp and takes on some pretty smarties in that one though. And then of course you'll be home and we'll be off to Kaikoura.
And Mocha Carrara Gallops are on Sunday, this neck of the woods too.
And they've got some really good races there. Matt Cross will be out there along with Jason Tees. There's a way I thought you could play the last quaddie, $24 to get 100%. I probably should have anchored Collector Guinness, to be honest, but I just thought for a bit of value, Alta Leroy, in case he did cop too much pressure. So, yeah, pretty busy time ahead, Mark.
And old mate from before race number 6, he's tipping Johnny Eyre to win it.
Yeah, he is.
Number 6, $26.
And it's a fair price for him, but he has the ability to get into this.
He'll be running on, there's no doubting about that.
If there's a real war in front of him, he's a definite player.
If it ends up winning, you'll be off to find him for a tip in the last year, $26.
You're not wrong. You'll get a regular spot.
Collector Guinness on top of me at $250 and $120. Parissa 1950 suits her down to the ground every time we saw her reel off that 54.3 last half. They won't run home in that sort of time tonight. Conditions not quite as good as they were when she ran that 54.3 half. Saying it's a bad night or anything, it was just ideal to go fast times that evening. They'll run a 56 last half or somewhere around there like we've seen throughout the night. Explosive Art, I expect to bounce back from the Tuapeka Cup into this race tonight in the 12 Maverick. Awkward draw to work with, but again, if they do really scoot along in front, that'll bring Maverick into play for race number 7. So Collector Guinness runs the favourite at $250. $6 for number 2 Parissa and $6.80 for number 12 Maverick. $9.10 for Alta Leroy. Yeah, Rico Fielding Gold Cup Day tomorrow up there at Awapuni. Big numbers. Nothing wrong with Noms. New Plymouth raced yesterday, and the Fielding Jockey Club's meeting there tomorrow, getting big numbers as well. Plenty of horses round in the CD.
Cheers.
And the other equine code. Whistle's gone. This is race 7. Here we go again. It's about to move up. Explosive Art, Collector Guinness, Johnny Eyre and Alta Leroy. Marshall Star, Why Am I Better? Parissa and Carrick Mannon, back row Ideal Arden, Donegal Jimmy Dave, Maverick and Woodley DJ. Field of 13. Here we go again. Start number 63 for this highly talented mare. She's first onto the gate. Explosive Art gets set. Collector Guinness comes forward with Johnny Eyre. Alta Leroy, one of 3 campaigning down here with Stephen Doody. Genron's run already. Alta Leroy coming up now, and Takawa needing a super performance on Monday to force his way into the Christchurch Casino New Zealand Trotting Cup here on Tuesday week. Alta Leroy had a wonderful first campaign. Only had one run back. And an 8 behind the Royal Guard, and that was the stand. He returns to the mobile tonight where he's very well suited off, but it's a good field. First leg of the quaddie. We're close to the start point. Carrick Menon drawn the inside. Ready to go. Racing now. And high gate speed from Marshall Star. Why My Better was away fast. Carrick Menon through on the inside, but Marshall Star first to the pegs. Alta Leroy, Johnny Eyre getting forward too. Then Ideal Art and Collector Guinness must be 4 wide at the first turn. In about midfield and pressing on a bit too is Woodley DJ from the back row getting a fair run through, but it is wide with cover. Then came Maverick from Donegal Jimmy Dave. Explosive Art second last, and here we go again, whips them in. Alta Leroy works to the top, lead time in 23.3. Johnny Ayres parked up, but there's a stack of cover coming because the 3 wide train's got 5 carriages on it. Marshall Star now follows the leader. Woodley DJ went to the chair. Maverick brings Collector Guinness forward. Carrick Menon 3 back the inside of Johnny Eyre. Explosive Art moves in front of Here We Go Again from Ideal Arden. Why Am I Better? And then came Donegal Jimmy Dave moving, and Parissa as last. Maverick's now the leader at the stable's turn. First quarter in 30.4. Second is Collector Guinness, and 3 wide is Explosive Art. Leaders back Alta Leroy. Marshall Star 3 back the inside from Woodley DJ. Here We Go Again now leads the 3 wide line and is trailed up by Donegal Jimmy Dave. Woodley DJ between them now from Parissa. And then Johnny Eyre around Carrick Menon. Ideal Arden and Why Am I Better the last 2. 7.50 to go. And it's Maverick by a length with Nigel McGrath. Second parked outside the leader is Explosive Art. And Alta Leroy third the trail. 3 wide, Here We Go Again's ahead away fourth. The favourite Collector Guinness fifth, the middle but held up. 3 back along the inside is Marshall Star. Donegal Jimmy Davis 3 wide and 1 back from Woodley DJ, Parissa, Carrick Menon, Johnny Eyre. Why Am I Better and Ideal Arden. Second quarter 29.6. They even the 60 for the half. 400 to go. Maverick still travels well. Margins a neck. Outside the speed is Explosive Art. 3 wide, Here We Go Again. 4 wide, Donegal Jimmy Dave. Collector Guinness badly held up. So too Alta Leroy, but he's got the Terror to Love lane coming. Third quarter 29.7. Maverick leads a length on Explosive Art. Alta Leroy's on the inside. Maverick's in front. Explosive Art, Alta Leroy and Donegal Jimmy Dave all chasing. Maverick still in front. He's clinging on a drive. Donegal Jimmy Dave came up short. Maverick won it. Beat Donegal Jimmy Dave and either Explosive Art or Alta Leroy. Carrick Menon ran on. Then Parissa, Ideal Arden making ground. Collector Guinness next from Woodley DJ. Here We Go Again. Johnny Eyre, Why Am I Better? And Marshall Star just up in front of them. 12 Maverick is going to pay 8, 10 and 2.70. Nigel McGrath wins his own race, so to speak. Last quarter's 29.1. 158.8 for the last mile. Donegal Jimmy Dave, the 11 at $6.70, will be second, and Explosive Art will run third. Number 8 at $2.80. Good finish, great competitive race. 5 on the 3 wide train around the turn the first time. Donegal Jimmy Dave looming up. There were 3 all trying to chase Maverick. Carrick Menon has sped home behind them. But he did some work, Maverick, early on. He found the top with a round to go. Nigel McGrath can go and buy himself another Chevron quality car now. Greg, you'll get a bonus because he's won race 7, the race named after him.
Yeah, that'll be music to Graham Burns' ears. And Nigel told us earlier tonight this horse is going super. Punched through off the back row, got the lead at the winning post, and that was effectively the winning of the race. He is a winner now of 4 from 17 by Better's Delight out of the Auckland Cup winning mare in Kate's First, a race by Ken and Anne-Marie Spicer and Mrs. McGraw. And Maverick takes out race number 7. Favourite backers there. He never really got into the race, Collector Guinness. Well, he did, but got held up in the 1-1 again, but he had done plenty of work. Good trot coming up. Craig Thompson here, race number 5 for you, race 8 for us, 6 minutes to 9.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. A couple of these horses on target towards the Dominion Handicap, the bottom 2 in the book, Prime Power, Leanne's Boy. Let's catch up with Leanne's Boy's driver, Zach Butcher. This is what he had to say earlier in the evening. Zach, Leanne's Boy, very good in winning 2 starts ago. Made a mistake last time.
Yeah, I'll probably blame that on myself again. just give him a wee slap on the bum and he jumped out of it. But generally he's a pretty safe horse, so we're expecting him to do most of it right tonight, and he's been working well at home. We're happy with where he's at, and he'll be heading down to Christchurch after this, so we're expecting a bold showing.
I've only driven him a couple of times. He looks a very nice horse. He's got 20 metres on Prime Power. Is that enough tonight?
I think so. It's definitely going to help, and I think with the way he's improved, he's going to be up to those open class horses. So tonight's going to be a teller. Hopefully we get the right run and we can look after him a wee bit. But I think it'd be hard to beat if he does get that run.
He was very, very good 2 starts ago, beating Whitney in 3:27 last start, as Zach said. Hands let him down. Had an early gallop, blames himself, and we'll hear later on the program. That theme was continued with a couple of later drives, Tuapeka Sky being one of them. If he gets his hands right on Leanne's Boy here, I think it can win. Put it on top, Leanne's Boy, over Prime Power, Whitney and Regal Petite. That horse on screen, Idle Bones, the grey mare by Monkey Bones, her driver, Brett Mangos. Mango, Idle Bones, she's hard to catch on a day. How far away is that day?
Yeah, well, hopefully getting there well. Her first trials back and even her first start, she was good as gold, but look, she's missed away the last 2 for whatever reason, I don't know. But, yeah, in herself, she's eaten good, and, we don't do a lot with her at home, so it's hard to say whether she's improving or not in her work, but in herself, she looks great, and first 4 if she begins.
Brett Mangos with his thoughts about Idle Bones. We'll get the result from Addington race number 7, Maverick 810 270. Donegal Jimmy Dave 670. Explosive Art 280. The Quinellas 109.30. Trifecta 12 11 8. $1,658 and a big first 4. 12 11 8 and 5. $10,560.90 with over 5,700 carried forward to race number 9. Outside the top 4. Thought an interesting runner here is number 4, Dead Cat Bounce. Change of driver here. Just note Tony Hurley takes the drive, replacing Tabitha Fensom. Nice mare this, who won a big race last start. $10 on the fixed odds, $9.60 on the tote. Give her a chance in race number 5 tonight. She's racing very, very well. The revenue mare out of Wee Annie. Charlemagne, runner number 8. Of course, he's won the Jewels on a couple of occasions. Colin Butler, Phil Butcher. Very honest campaigner, this bloke. He's getting back in the handicaps now, but he's racing really well. Again, last week running on behind Prime Power. And he's another one that's getting a bit of relief, 20 metres off the back marker, who was sensational winning last start. And the boys can pan in on number 11, Prime Power. I think he's definitely benefited with last week's run. If anything, he's got a little bit keyed up round at the start, as he can do. But I think he is certainly the horse to beat. I marked them 10. In fact, I marked it the best bet of the night. Race 5, horse 10, Leanne's Boy, to beat 11, Prime Power, 6, Whitney, and the best roughie in the race, 4, Regal Petite. Just getting through from the racing desk. Best back runner, 3,000 to win on Leanne's Boy at 350. Significant bet on the Barry Purdon trained runner. Aaron, why does it come to you? Second leg of pick 6, 36,000 live after the first leg.
Yeah, thanks, Craig. 11-10, 6 and 8. Great comeback by Prime Power last week. Todd Mitchell, he goes back to the 50 metres this week. He'll take a power of beating again, that's for sure. We'll put in the 10, Leanne's Boy. Galloped last time. Very good winner the time before. 6, Whitney continues to race well. And 8, Charlemagne, also right back in form as well. 11-10, 6 and 8. This is going to be a great race. Craig, looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. For Prime Power to win, things will have to go his way. He'll need a cart in the race. Most of all, he'll need a clean beginning. He couldn't afford to miss away and add to his 50-metre handicap. He came off 40 to win last week with a perfect drive. Can he come off 50 tonight? For the Macy's, a horse that's got a wonderful record at Alexandra Park, winner of 12 races here at the park from some 26 starts. On his way to the Dominion Handicap safely through tonight, Prime Power along with Leanne's Boy. Our feature trot of the night, it is the Tuakau Cozzy Club Racing Section Handicap Trot over the 2,700 metres. The red light's on at the park. Favourite Prime Power at 270.
Race 5. The Square Gate is about to face up to starter Frank Phelan. Front line horses are up. Djokovic and Macariwa Jake. We just await for Prime Power, the favourite, to turn in. He does. The Barrier Strands release. They're off and trotting, and they're all down and trotting in the early stages here too. That's a good sign. Djokovic first out over Macariwa Jake. Monsignor lands third. A couple of lengths Dead Cat Bounce, and then came Regal Petite. Whitney is the next. Idle Bones safely on the journey this evening. 3 or 4 lengths Leanne's Boy around Charlemagne. Prime Power puts Real Me in behind him in the first 400 metres of the journey as they work the showgrounds turn. Djokovic Luck Chin to take over from Macariwa Jake. Monsignor third. There followed Dead Cat Bounce, just away from the markers at this stage for Hurley. We'll go back down in front of Regal Petite. There followed by Whitney. Then the grey. That is Idle Bones. There's a break of a half a dozen lengths to Leanne's Boy with Charlemagne on his back. 3 lengths Prime Power standing the lead. 20 lengths in the early stages of the trot, and 6 lengths Reel Me in the last. Tuakau Cosy Club Racing Section trot. Stables Corner first occasion. Djokovic leads from Macariwa Jake and Monsignor. Indian File. They're followed by Dead Cat Bounce, a couple of lengths Regal Petite, then Whitney, Idle Bones, Mango maybe looking to come with the grey as they work up into the back. Leanne's Boy's got his back. Whitney's come out in front of that pair. Then Charlemagne, Prime Power, and still 5 lengths Reel Me in. Down they go to the 1600 metres. Lead time should be nice. It is 1:27 and 4. So Djokovic, in fact, that was pretty close to the lead time for the paces over the 2700 metres out of race number 1. So they are getting on with business out there. Macariwa Jake in the trail, and 3 back Monsignor. Dead Cat Bounce away from the markers now. Park for the Iceman. And the 1-1 is Whitney. Regal Petite 4 back against the pegs. They're followed by Idle Bones. Mangos now he's going to come with the grey out 3 wide. Leanne's Boy to track him at every stride. They're followed by Charlemagne. Geez, they've had Prime Power really running hard from his 50 metre back mark. And 5 lengths Reel Me in. 31.5 the opening quarter. Tuakau Cosy Club Racing Section trot. Djokovic to trot them into the final circuit. A length and a quarter. Idle Bones second on the outside of Macariwa Jake. Then Dead Cat Bounce. Monsignor 3 back on the inside. They're followed by Whitney. Around Regal Petite. Leanne's Boy. Charlemagne there still well back with Prime Power. Reel Me in. Out to the 800 metres they go. Second quarter. 30.7. Djokovic trots into the back. A length and a half. Macariwa Jake's had the nice run in the trail. Idle Bones third and Park. Dead Cat Bounce 1-1. Monsignor feeling the pinch on the marker line. Then Whitney. Regal Petite looking to get away from the markers. Does so. Leanne's Boy out 3 wide on the back of Whitney. There followed Charlemagne and Prime Power. He's going to have to be very good to win tonight, but we know he's just that. 400 to go. Idle Bones to stride onto the lead. Back straight quarter. 29.5 over Djokovic. Dead Cat Bounce and Whitney. Leanne's Boy out wider. Macariwa Jake. They're followed by Regal Petite running up and behind, and then Prime Power looking for inside routes for home. Homeward bound. Dead Cat Bounce goes to Idle Bones. Whitney down the outside. Leanne's Boy, then Regal Petite. It's Dead Cat Bounce in front by 2. Regal Petite's coming through strongly, and Leanne's Boy, but Dead Cat Bounce, the Iceman, gets 2. Regal Petite for second, and third Leanne's Boy. Prime Power. Great run. They've gone 3:28.3 off the front. If you take the 50 off that, nearly a track record by the favourite to run fourth. They were followed by Whitney, then Idle Bones, Macariwa Jake. Further back in the field, Charlemagne. Djokovic was back in the field as 2 on pulling up Reel Me in and Monsignor. 3:28.3 off the front. 29-1, 58-6 the last half. That's been a nice win by Dead Cat Bounce. They kept the pace on. They made sure that the favourite from the 50 had to work overtime. He had to do too much work here. Prime Power, fourth will be his lot in the Tuakau Cosy Club Racing Section Handicap Trot. Regal Petite, a good run for second. Morris McKendry and Leanne's Boy finished the race off strongly there for third.
Official placings, race 5, the Tuakau Cosy Club Racing Section Handicap Trot. 4, 5, 10, 11, 6, 7. 4, 5, 10, 11, 6, 7. Horse 4, Dead Cat Bounce, trotted the 2,700 metres from a stand in a handicap and a net time of 3:27.5. Mile rate of 23.7. Last 858.6. The 429.1. The margins 2.5 lengths, 3/4 of a length, 2 1/4 lengths. 4, 5, 10, 11, 6, 7. Race 5, the Tuakau Cosy Club Racing Section Handicap Trot.
Tuakau Cosy Club Racing Section Handicap Trot goes the way of Dead Cat Bounce and gives the Iceman Tony Hurley a winning double on the program tonight. Leanne Smith and members of the Tuakau Cosy Club Racing Section down there, part of the victory celebrations. Gordon Robertson, a steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, also in attendance for Dead Cat Bounce's 7th victory at Start 41 this evening. Raced by breeders Mrs. J.A. Pemberton, Dr. C.M. Pemberton and M.J. Pemberton. Matthew Pemberton trained at Patamahoe, and a revenue 6-year-old bay mare out of Wee Annie proves too strong in our feature square gating event tonight. 5 Regal Petite for a second. The Majestic Sun 7-year-old bay mare out of Petite's Pride, W.A. Screen and Mrs. P.S. Screen, the owners. Paulette Screen trained at Pukekohe, Morris McKendry. And 10 Leanne's Boy, Armbro Invasion Brown 7-year-old gelding out of Leanne's Memory, G.A. Hogan, P.D. Green, Mrs. J.R. Hogan, Miss J.G. Hogan and Mrs. S.M. Rowe, the owners. Barry Purden trained at Clevedon and Zach Butcher. Dead Cat Bounce at $8.10 and $2.20. $8.10 and $2.20. 5 Regal Petite, $5 even, $5. And 10 Leanne's Boy, $1.60, $1.60. Quinella $80.30, $80.30. Trifecta $603.10, $603 and 10. First 4, $4,220.10, $4,220.10. 5 and 4 in the double, $16.50, $16.50. 5 and 5 concession, $8.70, $8.70, and the early quaddie 5-4, 5-4, $249.50, $249.50, 3,112.54. Live units remaining in pick 6 after 2 legs, 3,112.54. The Yanker Classic Mobile Pace, 2,200 metres, is race 6 on the program this evening. To open a double and also the late quaddie, scratch number 2, Nicole Viadasova. We race at 4 minutes after 9.
$5.04, $18.79. The run home's $11.64. And Big Wonder probably picked up her big win for Marie Gowan. She's got the dog going along very well. And it grabs the win still. Nothing up for that second. So we'll get to Mooney Valley. But number 5 has taken out the 10th. Race number 11 here at Hat Trick will be time to go for the Class 5 sprinters at 12 minutes after 9. Not too far away from Mooney Valley, race 2.
Similar run to what she had last start and when she won the other time in Sydney at Canterbury. So Champagne Cocktail moves up and they're filling the gate well. Second race at the Valley, this is the West Star Trucks Isuzu Handicap, $3.90 each of 2 Kiwi Kate Ondrassi. Champagne Cocktail at $5.20, $7.30 for Kay Lee. And they're filling the gate well. So Kay Lee to move in. Kay Lee about to move up. Ondrassi drawn out, so Max Allen probably has his hand played to him when they jump, and I'll have to try and get across and maybe hunt for a bit of cover if he can. She seems to race well with cover. Zaza Zoom stood well with Pure Reality. And they're all set. Pinner and Pearl, gate number 2. They're off. Kiwi Kate came out of the gate only moderately and is going to drop back. In fact, she's last of all on settling down. Away quickly is Andrassy. Stars at Night, and also going quickly Kay Lee. She's cutting across 3 deep to be in the lead division. Kilkea is next over Champagne Cocktail. Pure Reality wide. Then came Intravenous, Zaza, Zoom, Pinner and Pearl. And Kiwi Kate after that tardy getaway, a length and a half away last. Heading to the back, Andrassy crossed comfortably, led the way, and Kay Lee followed her across. There 1-2, a length and a half. Stars at Night at the 1,000. 3/4 Champagne Cocktail. Kilkea on the fence from Pure Reality. Getting its head up in the air is Pinner and Pearl from Intravenous. Zaza Zoom second last and 3 wide. And Kiwi Kate is 2 lengths off last. So Allen's really steadied the tempo. Down by the 750. He's rolling freely with Andrassy. 3/4 Kay Lee, and Curry's going to stay in close attendance. A length back on the fence, Stars at Night, and close at hand the Gouch coming out now on Champagne Cocktail. He's going up 3 wide, going around the outside Kilkea, and Pure Reality deeper still. 2 lengths away, Intravenous, Zaza Zoom, Kiwi Kate, and Pinner and Pearl last, but only 5 lengths covers the field. Andrassy going strongly before the bend, 3/4. Kay Lee's flat as a biscuit. Stars at Night looks to get off the fence and give chase as Andrassy opens up on the corner. Further back then running on is Kilkea, then Champagne Cocktail. Andrassy the front runner, 2.5 lengths in front of Stars at Night. Intravenous has made ground, but Andrassy's in a rare, rich vein of form, and she's going to go home and win it well. Andrassy beautifully piloted in front one. Second, Stars at Night, Champagne Cocktail. Third from Intravenous, Kilkea. Behind those, Kay Lee, Pinner and Pearl. Kiwi Kate well back with Zaza Zoom and Pure Reality the tail ender.
It's a beautiful ride there by Matthew Allen, taking Andrassy straight to the front, just basically taking the speed out of the race, kicking from the 400, and she's proved far too good. Number 1 Andrassy, she was well backed, opened at 480, got to 6, back into 420, and she wins convincingly over number 12 Stars at Night, who tracked through well, really stuck to her guns. Behind them we've got the 8 Champagne Cocktail and the 9 Intravenous. Good race here, the second, 1:12.89, Clint.
Certainly was, and really won at the start in many respects, because Andrassy jumped well, whereas the other horse in the market, Kiwi Kate, just didn't jump well and was on the back foot from the get-go, but beautifully rated out in front by Matthew Allen in front. And
Well, number 4, start 11 for Andrassy. Matthew Allen doing the riding, and that's 3 from 5 with a couple of seconds this campaign. So you're right, she's in terrific form at the moment. We'll confirm that shortly. Next to go, the Out of the Valley goes at 9:15. We're inside 6 minutes out from the first leg of the final treble here. What we do have is a significant carry forward in the first 4. 5,700 odd, I think it was, with a couple of thousand on top of that as part of the Kiwi Punting Championship. And that means you're playing for some terrific money here in the first 4. The pool currently, get an update of that for you. And we are nearly at 10,000 now. Favourite with the book, Heard the Whisper. Brad Williamson for his father Phil. Good winner last time. That was at Gore, fresh up. Always had a big motor. Got plenty of breeding out of Little Contessa. Has won the 3 from 10. Punches through off the back row behind Tornado Valley. Now we know Tornado Valley has a bright future. Terry McMillan, the trainer and driver. Just at second go from behind the mobile tonight. There'll be speed here to Horo Holly. It's 5's $1.75. Now if the 780, $2.40 each way price held up, you'd be all over that. She leaves the gate very quickly. You only need to look at her mobile record to know that, and the way she's got off the gate her last 3, all of them here at Addington Raceway, although we haven't seen her for most of the month. Her last run was back on the 2nd, and behind the Earth Moved, but she'll get off the gate quickly, and she'll therefore have a pretty big part to play. Andrassy 370, 170, Stars at Night 830, Champagne Cocktail 180. Your first 4 there. Wasn't struck. 11.80 the double, 7.1, 7 and 12 the concessions, paid $28.60. There's Cuddly Jess, a beautifully bred mare by Sundon. Dexter Dunn aboard for Michael House. They combined again at Manawatu last night. Had a good night out there again, and we'll be at Manawatu again on Sunday, of course. A Big Wonder, 12.43.30, beating Corborn Clover $2, and the same price Extreme Twist, 5, 7, 1 and 6. 36.60 the Cornella, 318.50 the Trifecta, first 4. It's paid $1,709.30. 25 double 18 22 7. Concessions paid $5. There's the 2 Katie Muscles. Now she's only won the 1 from 31, but she's ultra consistent. Her win came here at Addington Raceway, but she's been placed here on another 10 occasions. Distance will suit her well. He looks fit, doesn't he? Tornado Valley by Sky Valley. And relatively inexperienced with just the 7 race day starts, but has won on a couple of occasions. First up, Rangiora had a gallop late in the piece. That was in behind Bobby Breen. Race rival again tonight, of course. Bobby Breen from the outside of the gate. Not going to be easy for her. And that horse there, Heard the Whisper, looked outstanding in the bird. Well, we don't have a bird cage here anymore, but in the parade, if you like. And you come to expect that from a Phil Williamson trained runner, but he's a pretty progressive type, and I expect Heard the Whisper to be very competitive here with 2.5 minutes out, and that first 4 pool now up over $12,000. There's Bobby Breen. Blair Orange will get an update of the Drivers' Challenge for you and see where the points are, because he was $1.01, Blair Nathan, wasn't he? And we had a look at it a little bit earlier, and John Dunn, he only had a handful of drives, only about 3 drives actually, and he was going to be the biggest challenge for him, but Blair Orange 10 points. John Dunn's done, if you like. Gerard O'Reilly's only got 1 left, so if you back Blair and you took the $9 earlier on, you'll be on pretty good terms with yourself. If you're playing into the late treble, second leg is for the junior drivers. Little Rascal, massive last time. Lightning Mac, she can get into it from the inside draw. And of course, McArdle's Stars last start was in the Derby behind Have Faith in Me, Follow the Stars, brilliant strike. And he finished 5th, so he's trialled up okay too. Wouldn't be without a chance the last leg. McGugan's all the rage, and Bugsy Malone not a forlorn winning hope in that either. To you, Mark McNamara, your thoughts around race number 8.
Thanks, Greg. I went Tornado Valley here, the 3 at 6, 10 and 3.20. I think he's a lovely trotter. Only had the 7 starts and won 2 of them, and he was taking ground off Strathmore's Charm at Forbury on last Sunday. It was just one of those beautiful Dexter front-running drives on Strathmore's Charm that got the horse home. I think the 8's going to run a race tonight, JCK. 15 and 360. Now, its last 2 starts has been beaten 19 lengths and 18 lengths. That's been behind Paris Princess and Monbay. The JCK of her first prep would monster this field, and if she's ever going to turn a form around, this is the race where she should be doing it. 14 and 350. She's been kept a little safe for a horse that does have those stats finishing down the track. Craig Thornley has the drive for Snow Munro. A 4-win horse and 5 placings. Expected to go a good race tonight. Has won 3 from 5 over the 1950 with a placing 2, and 3 of the 4 wins have been off the mobile. As I said, she's suited. If she's going to do something, this is it for her tonight, I think. 12 Heard the Whisper, and number 2 KD Muscles, another one which won't mind the mobile and barrier 2. Whistle's gone, race 8. Trotters are about to come forward for this one, 13 to run. Bobby Breen will lead them up. JCK, Getaway Doug, Tahoro Holly and Gin Rummy. Peter Hoff, Tornado Valley, KD Muscles, Cuddly Jess, back row of Young Stranger, Insignificant. Heard the Whisper and Rocket. Bobby Breen comes forward. JCK will move up inside of him. He's very good at Rangiora 2 starts ago. Then went around in the junior drivers race last time and finished 6th behind Blackguard's Corner. Gin Rummy, Peter Hoff, Tornado Valley, KD Muscles and Cuddly Jess. Back row of Young Stranger, Insignificant, Heard the Whisper and Rocket. Insignificant's gone for a gallop here in the score-up. She's starting to lose her chance. Rocket's gallop 2. Trotting again Rocket, trotting again Insignificant, but they're both 20 lengths behind the field. So it'll be curtains for that pair. Pick up a bit of ground by the time we get underway, but they'll still miss it by 15. Ready to go. Green light, racing, Getaway Doug off the 7, galloped out. And Tahoro Holly was away fast, so too Cuddly Jess. JCK getting forward wider out. And then came KD Muscles, followed by Peter Hoff, Bobby Breen. Young Strangers on the inside, and then came Heard the Whisper and Tornado Valley. 2 lengths to Gin Rummy, some 10 lengths to Rocket. 3 lengths to Getaway Doug and Insignificant. The leader is Tahoro Holly. Bobby Breen pressing forward quickly. Went up 3 wide to second, arrives at the chair now. Cuddly Jess follows the speed, and JCK's 1-1. Young Stranger 3 back on the inside from Peter Hoff working around Katie Muscles. Tornado Valley 3 wide and 1 back from Heard the Whisper and Gin Rummy inside of that line of 3. 6 to Rocket, Getaway Duggan insignificant, lead time 24.2, and it's Tahoro Holly out by a length over Bobby Breen. Cuddly Jess runs third and JCK 1-1. Peter Hoff and Tornado Valley both working 3 wide. Young Strangers 3 back the Pegs, Heard the Whisper gets trucking 3 wide around KD Muscles. Then Gin Rummy, Getaway Doug, Rocket and Insignificant. At near the 1,000 metre mark, first quarter in 30.9. And Tahoro Holly with Robbie Holmes by a length over Peter Hoff, who's done some work to get the breeze. Arrived there, Tornado Valley went by it, and will get the 1-1 in a moment, Peter Hoff. 3 wide Heard the Whisper as they ramp it up going to the back. Cuddly Jess is watching this unfold from the trail. Then KD Muscles, Bobby Breen, Young Stranger. 2 to JCK, 2.5 Getaway Doug, and then Gin Rummy, Insignificant and Rocket. They are going at good speed near the 600 metre mark, where Tornado Valley leads by a neck over Heard the Whisper. Leaders back now to Tahoro Holly, 3 wide KD Muscles. Cuddly Jess is now wedged up, 3 back the inside. And next is Peter Hoff, followed by Young Stranger, JCK, Gin Rummy. Getaway Doug and Insignificant, second quarter 31.4, 62.3 for the half, and Tornado Valley leads by a neck over Heard the Whisper. The third quarter was 29.5. Next to the inside, Tahoro Holly and then KD Muscles, Tornado Valley and Heard the Whisper. They race together, a length and a half to Tahoro Holly, and then came KD Muscles, Heard the Whisper, ahead on Tornado Valley. Heard the Whisper just in front of Tornado Valley. Heard the Whisper kicking and will make it back-to-back wins. Heard the Whisper beat Tornado Valley. Cuddly Jess an inside run for third and has nosed out Tahoro Holly. They were followed in by next in KD Muscles from Young Stranger, who was whomping home on the outside. They were followed in then by Gin Rummy. It's a cross between rushing and whooshing. They were followed in then by stomping and whooshing. Then came Insignificance, done a good job from JCK, Peter Hoff, Bobby Breen, Getaway Doug and Rocket last in. Heard the Whisper. Number 12, Brad Williamson. Was going to pay 6.10 and 2.40. Last quarter 30, 2.1.8 for the last mile. Will beat Tornado Valley. Number 3 at 2.40. And Cuddly Jess are on the inside. At $1.70 will nose away to Tahoro Holly. Back-to-back wins for Heard the Whisper, unbeaten this prep now. A Sundon little Contessa 5-year-old, Brad Williamson and Phil Williamson combined. It's been super efforts by first and second, but this winner's done it pretty well, Greg. Brad had barely moved in the run home, so certainly won't be the last time we see that one in the winner's circle after winning race 8 tonight.
No, looked fantastic, raced accordingly. The horses run seconds, no slouch either, so the Williamson camp will be delighted with that. And Heard the Whisper takes it out. Young Brad Williamson, he's edging his way towards 3 figures driving-wise. What's he up to now? About 97, so it'll be a milestone when he gets there, and he did a pretty good job on this horse tonight. Here's the judges' call.
12, Heard the Whisper. Second, 3, Tornado Valley. And third, 1, Cuddly Jess. Fourth has gone to 6, Tahoro Holly. From 2, KD Muscles. And 10, Young Stranger. 12, 3, 1, 6, 2, 10. The margin's half a length. 2 1/4 lengths, a nose, half a length. The winner's time was 2:25.8, a mile rate of 2 minutes, 0.3. The last 859.1, last 429.8.
And confirmation there from Mark Gallagher about the win of Heard the Whisper. Of course, a full brother to Irish Whisper. That's the 8th here, Craig Thompson. Race number 9, the Terry and Glenys Schmiel owner Chevron quality car. It's for the junior drivers and it looks to be a terrific contest, and we're underway at 9:23.
Thanks, Greg. Our next is for the Class 1 and 2 paces. Nice filly in here, dominant favourite, $1.65 on the book, an American Flyby. She's won 3 from 4. Got a nice draw. Comes into barrier number 2 with a scratching here of Nicole Vidasova. Scott Phelan takes the drive. Second favourite here, Killer Queen, David Butcher. Thought she was very good last start. Heard the Whisper at Addington, 6.10, 240. Beats Tornado Valley, 240. Cuddly Jess, 170. Quinella, 16.50. Trifecta, 140.10. First 4 in that big carry forward, 12, 3, 1 and 6. $752.70. Double 12 and 12, $20.80. Concession 12 and 3, $14.80. Need to catch up with Brett Mangos. He takes the drive on Jack Amara. This is what he had to say. Mango, pick up a drive here at Jack Amara for Tony Hurley. He just the one run in the north, and he's a handy horse. You'll learn a bit more about him tonight.
Yeah, for sure. He probably didn't get the run of the green last time at Cambridge. Got back in a slow run race, and look, he didn't lose any ground the run in, but he probably didn't make a lot. So he's probably an each way chance. Or probably Tony wouldn't be lining him up, but it'd be just first fours, I would say.
Your first time right hand is not going to be easy for Jack Amara, but he's one to follow out of tonight. He's at $40, $11 a place. This one owned by the Butterworth Racing Syndicate. Have so much success in the north with Tony Hurley, and Brett Mangos takes the drive. Tony has 2 in the race. He'll drive stablemate Better Be Perfect. Let's catch up with Zach Butcher. He takes the drive on runner number 1, To a Pick a Sky. Zach, To a Pick a Sky, barrier 1, had a gallop last start. Are we blaming you again?
I'll put my hands in the air. I'll blame it on myself again. I've had a bad run lately. I've come tonight a little bit more on the job, so hopefully we can get her to pace off a bit better this time.
Nice inside draw, and she follows out, draws a place where she follows out one of the favourites in Killer Queen and American Flyby. So if she can do it right, she should get a nice run. Yeah, if she does it right early and keeps up, she's probably going to have a wee bit of trouble holding those 2 out, but at worst we may be 3 deep, and we're following the right horses. That she is a horse, if they bowl along, she does finish the race off really well, and 3 deep, I wouldn't put her out of winning contention, but she's going to have to do it right early. Only about 5 days away from the Cup trial. Looking forward to getting south and getting reunited with Sky Major. And firstly, how did he come through the run at Ashburton?
Barry's wrapped with him. He's just coming forward in leaps and bounds now and getting a lot fitter. And we're still going to need the right run on Cup Day. It's a great field, and the way Barry's talking, we're pretty confident. But when you get to those big races, you're going to need the luck. So,
mate, all the best. You've got a great book of drives tonight, and let's hope you get a couple home.
Yeah, thanks. Well, I appreciate that, mate.
Yeah, Zach Butcher. Thank him for his time tonight. Hasn't had much success, but hopefully To a Pick a Sky will go handy race from the inside draw. I put 4 on top. Killer Queen, I thought she's very good behind Better Think Quick, who's an exciting 3-year-old filly. To beat 3 American Flyby, just didn't get around that last bend at the park that well last week, but I expect a better run from her tonight. She was good in defeat last start behind Culinary Delight. For third, Better Be Perfect. He's racing really well, and from the inside, To a Pick a Sky. 4 and 3, 6 and 1. Aaron's with 3, 4, 7 and 1 for race number 6 tonight. It starts the quaddie, the second quaddie. Aaron, pick 6 has been a little bit elusive with Dead Cat Bounce winning the last race. You're with American Flyby here.
Yeah, American Flyby, much better drawn tonight. Of course, had to come off the outside of the second when finally tasting defeat. That was in behind Culinary Delight. Well, that form's been franked, hasn't it? Culinary Delight out in our feature pace tonight and ran 3rd in the first race. So American Flyby clearly on top. 4, Killer Queen. Good to see her bounce back last time and behind Better Think Quick. 7, Tassie's Devil. He's not the worst in this at 15 and 290. Won a similar race to this 3 starts ago. 1, To a Pick a Sky. 3, 4, 7 and 1. Just for the record books, Craig, before people get on to hrnz.co.nz, I can tell you Prime Power runners in behind the yellow bar arm for the 6th on the program, the Anchor Classic Mobile Pace to open the late quaddie, and another of our doubles here tonight as well. Pick 6 after 2 legs. 3,112.54. 5 and 4. Shandale, Dead Cat Bounce. At dispatch, and green light is up and they're off. The Anchor Classic pace field go, and out fast American Flyby. Getting across is Better Be Perfect, but American Flyby, Scotty wants to hold the lead. Reins are up and will retain that spot. Killer Queen drops down to get the favourites back. Jack Amara 1-1. Back on the inside, To a Pick a Sky, being tracked through by Kill Lady. Back second last is Tassie's Devil, and Sahara Zona will drop back to last as they pace out to the 1800. American Flyby leads by 2 lengths as they pace up into the back straight. Killer Queen second, To a Pick a Sky third. Hurler, he's eased to 4th now in the park spot with Better Be Perfect. Back on the inside then to Kill Lady as they run down to the lead time. And no lead time up on the board here. Starting to make ground out 3 wide. Sahara Zona, Jack Amara second last. Tassie's Devil and Ben Butcher the last as they come off the back and sweep across the showgrounds turn. American Flyby 1400 to go. Leads a length. Sahara Zona's got to the favourites wheel. Killer Queen, nice run in the trail. Better Be Perfect now with 1-1 cover. Tour Pecker Sky, 3 back on the inside. Then Jack Amara sitting on the outside of Kill Lady. And Tassie's Devil the last as Jack Amara is about to come forward out 3. No quarter on the board either in the Anchor Classic Mobile Pace. So American Flyby, she looks like she's getting an easy section to this second quarter, but here's Jack Amara now to put a bit of pressure into this favourite at the bell as they work on to the stables corner. Killer Queen David Butcher's had that glorious run in the trail, and in the 1-1 now Sahara Zona. Tour Pecker Sky, Zach Butcher 3 back on the inside. To its outside is Better Be Perfect, then Kill Lady, Salish Abernathy and Tassie's Devil, and Ben Butcher still last. Into the back they go, American Flyby. Jack Amara gets his head in front though on the outside. Back on the inside, Killer Queen of Sahara Zona. Back on the inside then to Tour Pecker Sky, all dressed up, nowhere to go. Over on its outside is Better Be Perfect, there followed by Kill Lady and Tassie's Devil. Off the back they come, 450 out, and it's American Flyby leading narrowly over Jack Amara. Back on the inside, Killer Queen waiting the passing lane. Sahara Zona, Better Be Perfect's about to be sent by the Iceman. Tassie's Devil to get a ride home on his back. Then Tour Pecker Sky and Kill Lady. American Flyby for home. Jack Amara, Sahara Zona, Better Be Perfect. Tassie's Devil launching down the outside. Killer Queen passing lane. American Flyby's been softened up. Killer Queen passing lane. Better Be Perfect. Tassie's Devil down the outside. Tour Pecker Sky late, but Killer Queen got the cold shot. Passing lane and win for David Butcher. Better Be Perfect second. Then American Flyby. Photos fourth between Tour Pecker Sky and Kill Lady. Tassie's Devil not far off those. They were followed in then by Jack Amara and Sahara Zona to be the last in the Anchor Classic Mobile Pace. Killer Queen, Rock and Roll Heaven, 3-year-old filly David Butcher for Ray Green. Secured that lovely passage in the trail. David would have been very happy to see the pressure Jack Amara was putting into the favourite for the final circuit. Got the passing lane, gets the job done. Better Be Perfect second. American Flyby third. Tour Pecker Sky will pick up the fourth for Zach Butcher in the Anchor Classic Mobile Pace.
Official placings, race 6, the Anchor Classic. 463-197. 463-197. Horse 4, Killer Queen, paced the 2200 metres in 2:43.30. A mile rate of 1:59.5. Last 857.7. The 429.2. The margins 1 1/4 lengths, 1 length, 3/4 of a length. 463-197. Race 6, the Anchor Classic Mobile Pace.
Killer Queen back at the head of the field. That's career win 3 at start 15. Raced by Lincoln Farms Limited, D. James, MJ Brereton, KJ Bell, S. Beckett, IA Middleton, JR Dias and BP Brian Rabbit. Ray Green trained at Pukekohe. Lovely David Butcher drive secures the victory in the Anchor Classic Mobile Pace. Chris Goad and the team from Fonterra Brands down there, part of the victory celebrations. Roger Barnes, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, in attendance. A black 3-year-old Rock and Roll Heaven filly out of Party Girl Becky and was bred by Kelvin Home Holdings Limited. 6, Better Be Perfect. Better's Delight, 6-year-old Brown Gelding out of Perfecta Low Bell for Butterworth Racing Syndicate. Tony Hurley, the trainer and driver, in for second. And 3, American Flyby, Tintin and America Chestnut, 3-year-old filly out of Kathy's Flyby For the Bublets is ID and Mrs. J.I. Steve Telfer, Chris Garlick, trained at Papakura. Scott Phelan. 4 Killer Queen, 370 into $1.40, 371.40. 6 Better Be Perfect at $2.10, $2.10. And 3 American Flyby, $1 even, $1. Quinella, $23.10, $23.10. Trifecta, $46.70, $46.70. And the first 4, $277 even, $277. Middle treble this evening, 544, $87.80, $87.80. 811.34 live in pick 6, 811.34. Race 7, the Watties pick of the crop handicap trot, 2,700 metres to open the final treble. Put a line through number 8 Paramount Dream. We race at 26 minutes to 10 o'clock.